Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty. Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty. Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty. Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty. Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty.
Very good afternoon and welcome to CE Brown Reserve for the BFNL match of the round. It's the Battle of the Cellar Dwellers, the winless Lake Wendouree hosting Melton South this afternoon. Icy, breezy conditions set to prevail for the most part of the afternoon. I don't expect conditions to warm up for any period in the immediate future as I welcome former Melton South coach Heath Pritchard to the broadcast. Welcome, Heath.
Toddy, how you going?
And the current coach, Travis Hodgson, just walking past with a couple of pies. Good on you. Oh, no, he's going the healthy way. He's going with the salad rolls. Good on him. And setting an example. So what we'll be looking for this afternoon, Heath, for the travelling Melton South, who are up against it according to the numbers, despite both sides having not won a game, whilst it's just 27 points more per game that Lake Wendouree average. It's essentially double Melton South's score or their output for points scored per game, and they concede 33 points less. But on paper, both sides not shy on talent, and a zero win season speaks volumes of the quality of the Ballarat Footy League at the moment.
Yeah, it does. Look, I think both sides are probably fairly young with the players that play week in, week out. I know Melton South have recruited a couple of players that unfortunately got injured in the first game, which didn't help. When you lack a bit of depth, it's always a struggle when you lose a couple of genuine quality players early in the season. However, I think today Melton South will be looking, first of all, to be in the game at quarter time and half time and then see what happens from there. But hopefully, as we discussed during the week, Toddy, looking for more goals than what's being put on the scoreboard. I think the people that have come up today would be looking to try and, if South can get 10 or 11 on the board, that would be something that would be pleasing.
Yeah, well, they'll be looking to show degrees of improvement this afternoon, not just talking about, well, full respect to the opposition, be it Lake Wendouree, but some continuity in the top end group of the Panthers. I'll speak of, Jeff Garlett, he's playing his third game for the Panthers, and we all know about Garlett and his achievements at AFL level. Tom Phillips, again, third game player for the Panthers, and Darian White, similar position, former Collingwood VFL. So they're not shy on some top-end talent, and Darby Schilder, former Geelong VFL listed player, and Stuart Hobbiton-Allen, quality player in the Goulburn Valley League. That should equate to something, Heath.
Yeah, well, look, certainly today there's no excuse for them not to put out their best performance of the year. It's the strongest side they've had for the year. There's no doubt about that. So those guys can only do so much, and then it's up to a few of the local lads to get their hands dirty and get going. So, yep, that's certainly the plan. They've got a bit of height. It looks like, Lake Wendouree are probably more mid-range sort of side. Melton South have got genuine height and then small.
Yeah, but the Lakers Tools are quality players and very important to their success this afternoon. I speak of Felix Fogarty and Tom Zampatti. Of course, Tom Zampatti, a one-game senior player at GFL level before 2 ACLs cut his senior career short. Still a young bloke and vice-captain of the Lakers. He'll assume ruck duties, third or fourth in the comp for hit-outs. So looking forward to the battle of Zampatti and yet the youngster Ryder Roush. who I expect would spend some time in the ruck with Broden Collins.
Yeah, look, Collins will probably start. I think it looks like Roush is going to start forward, so a little bit different. Roush looks like he's starting forward, and Pritchard and Garlett are both deep in the pockets. So they've gone for a bit of pace down in the forward line. So hopefully, look, I think the key's going to be both these sides have done all right in hit-outs, but they haven't had a lot of ascendancy in clearance. So that's going to be the key to today.
So on the back of those observations from you, Heath, Melton South kicking to the left off screen. I think, if anything, the breeze is favouring the right off screen. It's already dark here and we haven't even had the ball bounced, and we still don't because he threw it up the umpire to get blown away. Zampaddy won the tap, looking for O'Connell. Second gather was good and he's away. Quick hands to O'Keefe. Right foot kick inside 50. Juggling attempt at the mark was terrific. And Thompson, who loves a goal, will go back and have a shot. What a great start. Of course, he kicked 16 of the Lakers' season, 54 goals. He's an unassuming type. I mean, if you didn't know much about him doing the oppo heading in, you'd be expecting a man to be of greater, size and stature, be it in the profile department. But no, he's just like the next bloke, wily character that gets scoring underway inside the opening minute with the behind to the left. So they'll waste no time bringing ball back into play through Welsh, doubling intent to the mark, dropped there by Preston, but the pressure was good over the ball there. Was Theo wanting a pressure tackle and rewarded by the umpire. Robbie Chapman with ball in hand. That awkward-looking kicking style gets it towards centre wings there. Paddy the Fly couldn't take the mark. Loose ball gathered from Ryan was good. Got it to go. Their leading possession winner this year. Quick hands to Foster. Dribbling kick. Scrappy bit of play. Good pressure, though, from both sides in the opening minutes.
South just have to be careful not to collapse around the contest. Twice the Lakers have been able to get the handball out the back and then around. So better spread around the stoppage from Lake Wendouree compared to Melton South.
Tap by Collins to the foot of Wild, who had a wild swing at it. Swing and a miss, they say. The umpire balls it up at the restart. Chance here for Collins through traffic. Hand pass intercepted, away goes Bev. He needs to be quick, and he wasn't. He was pinged at the back. Excellent pressure there from Gove. The informed player goes lateral and switches play to O'Keefe. He'll have his second touch early in this game. Continue that pattern of play. Out wide there towards Pring, who's high up and under kick inside 50. Gee, Wright come out and met the contest hard. Well, if you're not going to get ball, you might as well get body, Heath.
That's it, exactly.
And, of course, a league best and fairest winner in the playing for Ararat, a new addition to the club this year. Ankle injury is, well, here he goes, the man we speak of, but he's been pinged holding the ball. So they're hot on it at the moment, the umpires, and they can maintain that consistency and reward the tackler. I've got no problems with that, Heath.
Nah, that's a fair enough call, that. If he had it hold in, so, yep. Holding the ball. They've paid it twice as long as they're consistent all day.
So Chapman, this time on the outer side of the ground, goes with the right foot kick. Tempted the mark there from Hayes, was knocked away from him. Pritchard at ground level. Now he gathers. Momentum took him to the ground. Collins pinged with the left arm, somehow got rid of it. The Panthers can get out of trouble here, but the ball needs to sit for Wild, and it did. Right foot kick comes broadcast side. Hands here for Schilder, former Geelong VFL listed play. Now was composed, but the kick let him down. It was cut off there by Preston, defensive side, centre wing, broadcast side. Went short and found Clark onto the left boot. In a rare gleaming straight ray of sunshine, he sends the kick forward. Fogarty, dribbling ball, shot on goal, off to the left and through for a minor score. So the former Rebels ruckman enjoying his time here at the Lakers. Gets their second behind of the afternoon and a let off for the Panthers, Heath.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Lake Wendouree definitely got the score again. I would suggest the ball seems to be holding up a bit the way Melton South are going. So probably a quarter where they just need to hold on a little bit, but need to use the first option. That's better play.
Well, Chapman marked the kick in and found Collins. Now this kick needs to be good as he went backwards with a 45 to Welsh. Sort of made no ground, but they've hung onto the footy, and that's important early. The kick was poor from Schilder. Opened the door here for Wright, who went with the hair pass to O'Connell. Now the right foot kick to the danger zone. O'Keefe, an unlikely aerial target, couldn't hang on to the mark, but his pressure was good to force the ball up. 20 metres out from the Lake Wendouree goal. 4.5 minutes gone, opening term. Tap, well, we'll give that to the Panther there in Collins. Went defensive side, chance here for O'Connell up against the boundary line. Somehow he kept it in. Chapman with the pressure, kept his feet momentarily. He too then was dispossessed. Oh, that was all too easy. Left foot quick across the body there from Jared. Missed to the near side and through for a minor score.
Just need to make more of their opportunities here, Lake Wendouree. They've had 3 very easy, well, not easy shots on goal, but very makeable shots on goal. So could easily be 3 goals up here.
So the kick comes back into play and found Donaldson. He'll wheel and go onto the left boot. Low kick made it difficult there for Kavarik. Chance here for Schilder, who kept running. Found Collins, who went to the big man in white. Couple of the big men combining. I'll tell you what, Schilder's no small man either, but his hand pass was loose and coughed up. Hellier sends a high up and under kick inside 50. Went over the head of right, who wanted to push, denied by the umpire. Ball shoveled out here in the white direction. So the former Collingwood VFL player got the quick hands to Collins. So again, the big men combine. Play it down. We'll keep an eye on that. It's Geddes. Might have just caught one where it hurt. He might be all right. So they're hanging in the Panthers. They've been inside their defensive 50 for the most part of the opening 6 minutes. There's a nice presenting mark for the Lakers. And they go forward with a high kick. Loose ball opportunity. That was all too easy for Preston, who did the finishing. And the Lakers are on the board here at C.E. Brown. Just that ground ball pressure, just a bit lacking from the Panthers. They've had a couple of easy extrications from that loose ball and a couple of shots on goal as a result. And this time they made the Panthers pay, and Preston gets the first goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, what was noticeable there, Toddy, was the fact that they took a mark, or Lake Wendouree took a mark on centre wing and got the ball back going forward straight away. It'd be good to see the taller South players taking some marks rather than getting ground ball, and that means that the little fellas, as we said at the start of the day, need to get their hands dirty and start winning some ground ball for South.
Well, the Panther big men are getting their hands on it, but they're giving it to another stationary big man. They need an overlap with some runners, but here go Lake Wendouree again. Hurried kick towards half forward. Loose ball gathered from Pring was good. Got it to Collins. Was forced to do the hurried kick again. Right was the target. He gathered outside of the right boot. Dribbling ball. 2 in a row for the Lakers.
As we said, centre clearance is definitely a key part of the game, and Lake Wendouree were able to get the ball out the middle again. Did it quite easily, so we just need to try and 50-50 the centre clearance. Lake Wendouree definitely deserve their lead at this stage.
Yeah, that loose ball's a concern for me at the moment for the Panthers.
Yeah, just not winning enough of the footy at the moment, Melton South, so need to try and slow the game down a fraction, win some possession.
At the restart, it'll be Collins and Zampatti. Zampatti went the fly. Collins held his ground and gathered that ball out of the ruck. Took a chance here for Bibby. Went to the voice of Chapman. He was knocked off the footy. Opportunity for Bibby, who just hunted the ball forward. Meant for Donaldson. Chance here for Wild. It was piled up. The pressure was good. Oh, too high, said the umpire. So it'll be Wild. No relation to the poet, is he?
No, he's not. His dad played a lot of footy at Melton South, was a long-time player at South, captain, coached the reserves for a period of time as well. Adam?
So it'll be Wild from right on 50 into that breeze. Fair effort, though. He got most of the journey, but the ball will come back as quick as it went in. Chance here for Donaldson. Oh, that was a terrific grab. And they're away here. Through James, but his kick was pretty poor. Kavarik dropped what he should have taken. Opened the door for Preston, and they're away here. Here's the racehorse in Thompson. Got it over the top. Onto the left boot there went Timmy Collins with the square. He kicked it. It was terrific and found right.
Yeah.
His confidence is up after that, hitting the scoreboard early. And he's been the target of half a dozen times already in the opening 9 minutes, Heath.
Yeah, certainly, and just a drop mark there from John Kovrick. Unfortunately, let Lake Wendouree in. Just got to make sure we try and... old habits die hard, sorry, Toddy. But Melton South need to try and limit their mistakes in that regard.
So, right for 3 in a row.
Roll.
And he's just missed to the left, so we'll call that a let-off for the Panthers. 6 scoring shots to zilch at the moment, opening 10 minutes. We'll keep you updated with scores around the Ballarat League throughout the afternoon, but it's the Lakers who lead by 16. They bring the ball back into play. Collins the target, couldn't gather. They're away here. Palmer combines by hand to Pring, who went to right, back to Pring. Searching hand pass. Ended up in the hands of Canny with a high up and under kick. Players set themselves, juggling attempt at the mark from Fogarty. He's a likely type, thrown away from the contest. Right had to go by hand, went to a voice. Only found a Panther before the umpire came in. We'll pick the ball up, 20 metres out from the Lakers' goal. Do you hope the lights work here, Heath? They'll need them in the second half. Ball up, tap one by right. Just to his feet.
It's looking dangerous, right, to be honest. I think the way he started this game, he could easily get a few goals here today. He's got his hands on a few balls.
Well, there's another one. He won that. Tap through traffic went Palmer, just waltzed on through, and he's just shanked the kick, missed all and sundry. Out of bounds on the full. Call that another let-off if you don't mind. Just a bit of composure in front of goal there.
Yeah, there's only been the one inside 50 for Melton South, so Lake Wendouree have certainly had the ascendancy so far in this game. We're 11 minutes in, and they've certainly dominated majority of the game.
Well, that's an exit kick's been cut off there by Pring. You just chip it over the top. A comfortable mark taken there by the Lakers. Will be Jared will go back and have a shot on goal here. So Wright and Preston with a goal apiece, the 2 goal scorers. Yeah, saw Jared kick one from a similar position in the warm-up, so he should have no problems from here. Comes in, and he makes no mistakes. Made light work for the goal umpire. And the Lakers get their third and open up a 22-point lead here at C.E. Brown Reserve. Just got to keep their chins up, the Panthers, and hang in. Sleep at the wheel.
Well, yeah, got to get your hands on the ball, and that's where Lake Wendouree is certainly doing that at the moment. They were certainly winning clearance. They're capitalising on Melton South mistakes, basic skill errors. The mark coming out of it, defensive 50 before when there was 2 Melton South players onto 1 Lake Wendouree player, took the mark. So we just certainly need to start winning some clearance again.
Sam Paddy out of the middle, been good this year. Oh, he's pinged, dropping the ball, said the umpire, the youngster Ryan. They waste no time, and it's Palmer. Took the advantage and went bang. Got the Lakers 4th. Well, whilst they haven't won a game this year, the Lakers, in the post-match, the coaches of all respective sides above them have said that their pressure's been good for long periods in the game. But again, an inability to score. Well, all that buy-in and that vibe around the club, despite a winless season, is manifesting itself here this afternoon, and they've got a 28-point lead. At the restart, it'll be Collins grabbed it out of the ruck now. Just fed the hand pass out to Donaldson, but Foster was right on his tail. He was able to deny an exit. Zampatti again with a second tap forward. Territory gain, chance of Pritchard. Quick hands to Geddes. Now, can they make this work? They went to an outer centre wing, looking there towards Chapman, who ran away from Thompson. Right foot kick, shallow entry inside 50. Garlett the fly, did the discipline thing, knocked it to ground. The Lakers have got numbers here, though. But now they're under the pump. Garlett over the footy with the tackle, but the umpire said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up.
That was better. Won the ball out of the contest. Some quick hands, and then out to the outer wing where there was some space for Chapman, which was good.
Ball up. Loose ball opportunity here for Chapman. He's ushered over the line for a boundary throw-in. So a rare moment inside their front half, albeit they're forward 50 for the Panthers. They'll need to get one into the breeze, you'd think. Hurry kick across the body. Anderson, clearing kick. Geez, he got some territory out of centre wing. Chance for Collins. Paid the throw, said the umpire. Gee, he just needs some running power around him, Collins. He gets his hands on the footy. So it'll be the experience of Pring with the right foot kick. Got plenty of it. Loose ball opportunity here for Clark. Fired the hand pass out towards Foster, who went inside 50. Juggling attempt at the mark has been held in the end there by Wright, just inside the boundary line.
Just too easy there. Like, it was a slow ball. It took ages for the Lake Wendouree man to get the ball back, and then there was spare Lake Wendouree players at the front, at the fall of the ball. So Melton South just need to get busier and work out where their players are to actually find a man quicker than what they have so far.
We're on the money there. That juggling attempt was over the line in the end. So a boundary throw in. A swarm of players, bees to a honeypot, right in front of the scoreboard here. Lakers 28 to lead Melton South, no score. Near 15 and a half minutes gone. The Lakers kicking to the scoring end. Here's a chance with the outside of the right boot there from Thompson. The shot on goal. Low percentage shot, but he's one of the few that can actually snag those. He's got 2 behinds this afternoon. So they'll just try and ship their way out of trouble, but it's going to turnover opportunity here. But a sequence of those, what's good for one is good for the other. And it'll be Lee with the turnover. An opportunity to get the Panthers a kick away from trouble. That was the right one. We've got enough on that.
Just need a bit more movement in front of the footy, Melton South. When they win it, there's just no movement at all. It's just kick down the line long to a pack.
So Kavarik went looking there towards Collins. He had it knocked away from him. Again, 8 or 9 players around the footy, denying an exit. There'll be a ball up. All the play pretty much on the outer side of the ground. Chance for Pritchard, who went to the voice of Lee and found him. Got it over to the big fella there in, might have been Wyatt. Left-hand hand pass. Cut off there by Hellier. O'Keefe was hard over the footy, got knocked off it. Chance here for Garlett. Went by hand to Pritchard, who did the old U-turn and then kicked around the body. Had more time than he thought. Turnover. And the kick was okay in the end and found Gove, who found McKimmie, told to play on by the umpire. Probably should have went by hand to Canny, but he went with the long option. Preston couldn't take the mark with the one arm. Theo might have been legged. Umpire said no, and there'll be a ball up 25 metres out from the Lakers' goal.
You just see the difference there in the game. Just then, Lake Wendouree on transition were able to find a spare man, hit up a target. They're just finding better spread and actually getting a loose player to kick the ball to.
Tap one by Roush, and Donaldson will be the beneficiary, and the kick to broadcast centre wing has been cut off there by Hayes, who sent a long bomb inside 50. Ground ball opportunity. Quick hands fight out there by Preston, who got it towards O'Connell, who found James, who was tackled, but too high, said the umpire. A little unfortunate there. Lee, a free kick. We'll go to James. Journey shouldn't be a problem with the aid of that breeze. It'll be all about the accuracy. He gets plenty on the kick. And he snuck it in. 5 on the trot of the Lakers. 10 scoring shots on goal to zip. They're 5-5-35. They lead the Panthers. No score. But clearly the beneficiaries of direct play with the aid of that breeze are getting more territory gain. It's probably more prevalent, that breeze, out on the ground than it is here where we are.
Yeah, no doubt. So, look, probably a little bit stiff then. No doubt there was, I think it was Riley Theo got legged, but the umpire didn't see it. And then turnover, free kick the other way, and goal opportunity. So, Lake Wendouree making the most of their chances.
Near 19 minutes gone, opening terms. And patting the fly, won the tap. O'Connell might have caught one high. The umpire put the whistle in the mouth. Ooh. And then pinged him for holding the ball, if you don't mind. So Bibby plays on by hand, and they'll go with the right boot. Shallow entry inside 50. That's courageous mark taken there by Hellier. So he'll lower the eyes, and the short kick's okay to O'Connell. And again, they combine with good skills by foot. On this occasion, it's Jarrett who goes with the short kick to Pring, who marked on true centre wing broadcast side. And then with a squaring kick to right, juggling attempt, got it. It's good field kicking from Lake Wendouree.
Yeah, really good. They're just taking the first option that's on offer, which is what you should do. Like, they're making the game very simple. Find an open player.
55 metres out from goal. He went to the wide pocket. Chapman ran out of, well, room in the phone box. The call wasn't for him. Out of bounds. There'll be a throw in 20 metres around from the Lakers' goal.
Yeah, much better use of the footy from Lake Wendouree. They really are just hitting up the free target, and they're just taking that first option every single time, which would be pleasing the Lake Wendouree coaching staff.
Well, and it's an example for the Panthers and what they need to do in the second term when they do get the aid of that breeze. But they need to stop the bleeding here. Donaldson went the soccer, swing and a miss. Geddes over the footy with some good pressure from the Panthers. There'll be a ball up 51 metres away from the Lakers' goal. 5 individual goal scorers already for the Lakers. Tapwell will give that one to Roush. He too had a swing and a miss with the boot at ground level. Pritchard couldn't quite make the tackle stick on O'Connell. Went by hand to Kenny. He coughed it up. Chance here for Gemmell. It was a late inclusion. Took a bounce and ran through the middle of the ground. Left foot kick. Made it hard for Garlett.
To be fair, I reckon Garlett needs to come up at the kicker then. Like, we're kicking into a fairly strong wing, Melton South, and Garlett's pushing back. Probably needs to come up at the kicker.
Tap one by Roush, only as far as Collins. Looking there towards O'Connell. Good body use there by James, who got it to Collins, who went by hand to Gove. Right foot kick inside 50 to an open forward line. Thompson couldn't take the mark. Kavarik's outnumbered. Numbers prevail. Thompson got it over towards Clark. Pressure was good from Kavarik. Pring tied up against the boundary line. Forced to go by hand. Kept it in. Fogarty got a bad bounce. Loose ball opportunity. Obergen Allen denies an exit, and there'll be a ball up. But if you've got somebody like Garlett, why wouldn't you just throw him back as an extra against the breeze?
Yeah, I suppose there's two ways of looking at that. One is if you've got an extra behind the footy, you've got one less to kick the ball to. They're having enough trouble trying to get the ball forward as it is. But, yeah, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, really.
Well, it wouldn't be the worst idea to play all 4 quarters right of screen, Garlett. But an opportunity here for Hellier with a steady kick off half back. Went lateral to Foster. They went towards half forward. Collins is starting to accumulate. Set up for him. But he ran out of space. The pressure was good from Pritchard. There'll be a boundary throw in half forward out of sight. Well, they've probably got the best half a dozen players on the ground at the moment, the Lakers.
No doubt.
Near 22 and a half minutes gone. 35 plays 0. Time on opening term here. Sun streaming down, but no heat to speak of. Ground ball, O'Connell. They've always had one there. And it was Gove on this occasion who just went casually with the left boot and found Clark. It's all a little bit too easy at the moment. There's not that much between the two sides. On paper, at least. The kick forward has been marked there by Thompson, just inside the boundary line. And he unselfishly tries to square the footy, but overcooked the kick. Oh, Gove was strong. And then had a shot on goal. And Gove becomes the 6th goal kicker of the afternoon for the Lakers in this opening term. So the 45 kick from Thompson had too much on it. It went over the head of Gove. He was able to turn around and go and get his own ball, gather, turn again, and kick a goal.
Yeah, it's pretty damning, actually, really, for Melton South there. Lake Wendouree to be able to have that many free people. It's just switching off. Clearly thought that Thompson was just going to have a shot on goal. Didn't worry about manning up. And then there was a missed tackle. Gets underneath the missed tackle and kicks a goal.
Yeah, good selfless play from Thompson too. A man who loves a goal. Ball up. Tap one by Zampati. O'Connell over the footy. Yeah, they're doing well in the middle of the ground, the Lakers. They're well on top at clearance. I just can't remember a clearance where apart from the Chapman one early where they have been able to extricate. There's a good tap from Roush to Morrissey. He was dispossessed. O'Keefe, quick hands to Zampati. Now they're away again here. Through Collins, lowered the eyes and found right. Did he hold it for long enough? The umpire said no. Called play on, but he'll get it back. Umpire's going to pay a throw against Ryan. The Panthers breathe again.
O'Connell's been very good so far, Todd.
So Welsh kicks to outer centre wing. Hellier read it best off the boot. And he'll waste no time and send the Lakers back into attack. Big fly at the back there from White. He couldn't take the mark. He had size, height, everything you want on McKimmie. But couldn't bring it down. And there'll be a stoppage, a ball up, 48 metres out from the Lakers goal.
What's really interesting there was the way that it's in defensive 50 for Melton South, and Lake Wendouree had spare players outside the stoppage again. Melton South guys are there, but they're not on their player.
There's the man you speak of, O'Connell, who went by hand to right, who had another shot on goal. And he's missed off to the left for a minor score. So 1 goal, 3, I think, for Wright. 2 behinds for Thompson.
Yeah, those boys could be filling their boots. There's no doubt about that.
42 plays zip here. So it'll be Aubergine Allen. Waltzes away. Oh, there's a big fly from Zam Paddy. Couldn't take the mark. Actually, it was shorter with that kick in. My apologies. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Zampatti. White with the hurried kick. Turnover opportunity for Gove. The kick was terrific and found Thompson. He won't miss this one. He'll go back and have a deliberate... Oh, it's Fogarty, in fact. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here. A couple of wiry characters forward of centre for the Lakers. Fogarty and Thompson. But presents well, Fogarty. Normally a good kick.
That's a goal.
He snuck it in. So Fogarty's hit the scoreboard. Becomes the 7th contributor. Ahead of quarter time here at C.E. Brown. The reserves. 27 goals, 11 Lake Wendouree. Defeated Melton South 1 goal, 5. And a similar scenario eventuating here. Also, I did think the Lakers would win. I know they've got the aid of the breeze, but 48-0, that's above and beyond expectation.
Further bad news from Melton South. Tom Phillips has broken his thumb.
That is not good news. Ball up. Fancy here for James. The big man, Paddy, with it. Hand pass to Clark. Took too long. Should have been pinged by the umpire. Ryan will do the mopping up. Got it back to Paddy. Some sloppy play here, but weight of numbers prevail. Somehow it's inside Melton South's forward 50. And the turnover opportunity. So the Lakers' worst 30 seconds of the game. Right foot kick there from Wild was good in the end. And how about that? To Garland of the lead. He's got it. Terrific kick from Holzer. Just lower the eyes, and Garland presented and looked every bit of it a forward with that grab.
Absolutely. Best bit of play for Melton South so far. Hit 2 targets, so that was nice to see.
So it'll be Garland for his first shot on goal.
Missed.
Journey wasn't a problem into the breeze. But the breeze itself was. It drifted off to the left for a minor score. So Garland, his first score of the afternoon, and Melton South, if you don't mind. 1 behind, they trail the Lakers 7-6-48. So it'll be Hayes with the short hit up kick to O'Connell on half back. Had to sidestep around. Garland go with the right foot. It's a good kick. Found Fogarty, who presented to broadcast centre wing. As the siren sounds, it's more of an alarm for the Panthers because they trail by 47 points at the first change. The Lakers 7-6-48. Melton South 1 behind. And given the 7 goals kicked, it was a fairly short quarter, really. I know it went 28 minutes, but normally, well, I guess the Panthers didn't hit the board, so...
No, I must admit, I thought it would go longer than that.
Yeah.
So 13 scoring shots to 1 basically tells you where the game's at the moment. So I know the wind's strong, but needs to be a bit more than the wind in relation to this game of footy.
Yeah, I just thought the Panthers were unable to hold up that loose ball. There probably should have been, you know... By if you're actually kicking against the breeze, you'd like to be able to generate more stoppages, and even the length of that quarter will attest that there wasn't enough. So that equals not enough pressure from the Panthers, and the story is told on the scoreboard. just that one behind through Jeff Garlett, the last score of the term. They trailed the Lakers 7-6-48. The goal scorers for the Lakers, all individuals: Angus Gove, Felix Fogarty, Johnny Jarrett, Jado Wright, Ethan Preston, Ty Palmer, Cooper James. They are the goal scorers. We'll just have a look at scores around the grounds. Melton 5-1-31, lead Bacchus Marsh 2 behinds. North Ballarat 2-2-14, lead Ballarat 1-1-7. Redan 2-1-13, trail East Point 7-1-43. And Sunbury 3-1-19, leads Sebastopol 1-8. Well, I guess you never know how many runs they are on the board until you've had a bat yourself, Heath, and it'll be Melton South's turn with the breeze in the second term. So we'll get a greater idea of where the game is truly at the half.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, credit where it's due. Lake Wendouree certainly dominated that quarter. I thought their ability to find a man by foot and also to create loose players around stoppage, which is probably, more about Melton South's inability to actually locate a man quick enough or around the stoppage, probably a little bit of ball watching. What will be interesting to see is how Lake Wendouree play into the wind in the next quarter. I would suspect, watching the way they played that quarter, that they'll be looking to go short and to hit up 3 men. Melton South tended not to be able to do that. It's always a little bit hard when you're not getting your hands on the footy, but also when Melton South did get their hands on the ball, they tended to go long down the line. They weren't really generating much space or open play, and certainly got Lake Wendouree made them pay for the mistakes that they made when they had the ball.
Yeah, credit to the Lakers. They did use the ball well, especially by foot, and they were able to get the overlap. They handballed well. They didn't handball it to where the guy was. That was always where they were going, and they got some reward on the scoreboard. 7-6-48. 13 shots on goal that opening term equated to, and there's some deserved separation going on here at C.E. Brown Reserve, albeit just quarter time here. But Melton South will have their moment with the breeze in this second term. So we'll just a quick chance to take a break and put the gloves on for a couple of minutes, and we'll rejoin you in around 5 minutes' time.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty.
It's time for the Ballarat Football Netball League Round 8 Top 5. Coming in at number 1, it's Brady Wright from Darley. Fantastic bit of team effort this one. Ball comes in from outside 50, takes a strong pack mark and goes back and finishes the work. Number 2, it's Reggie Palmer from North Ballarat. From the middle of the ground, that's his second bounce, and a third. Goes all the way home from 50. Brilliant work, Reggie. Going in at number 3, Braden Kite from Melton. This guy regularly features in the top 5, but have a look at this. From the boundary line, bending it all the way home. What a brilliant goal. Number 4, it's Bryson McDougall from East Point. Just kicks this from outside 50 to seal the deal against Sunbury, who are undefeated up until the weekend. Great win by the boys at East Point. Coming in at number 5, just Melton's teamwork here as they go coast to coast. Kick out onto the flank, then the running past handball, just like a training drill this. Then Braden Kite has it, he looks to go inside 50. Ryan Carter gets the mark, and he finishes the goal. Great work there from Melton and the boys.
Welcome back to CE Brown Reserve ahead of the second quarter action here. Was all the Lakers reward for efficiency by foot primarily and the aid of a breeze. And a 47-point lead, 7-6-48. They average 54 points per game, the Lakers. They're on 48 already. And Heath Pritchard, former Melton South coach, is braving the cold and braving the watch, Heath.
Yeah, look, we're certainly, the Melton South people will be looking for a bit more oomph and effort in this second quarter. There's no doubt about that. So let's see what, as you said before, Toddy, we get a better judge of things with the wind and everything come half-time. So let's see where the results at half-time.
Some direct play from the Panthers will be the theme of the quarter, you'd think. But there goes Paddy, and another clearance for the Lakers as they go inside 50. Thompson's got it.
He's been excellent, Sam Paddy. He can play the big boy. Look at him. He's every bit of 6 foot. Well, Collins has got to be 6'6", so he's 6'7", 6'8", and he's very agile for his size.
What a great start for the Lakers inside the opening 30 seconds. Thompson with a shot on goal. It's plenty on the kick.
That's a
he
sausage.
might have stuck it in into the breeze. That's a terrific kick. And Thompson, gee, if I had told you there were 7 goals at quarter time and Thompson didn't have a goal, you would have thought I had rocks in my head. But it didn't take long, though, to correct that.
That was a great kick.
Inside the opening minute of the second term, Thompson gets his first, and the Lakers get their 8th and the first goal to the left of screen for the afternoon.
Yeah, Pritchard came off the wing then, and Zampatti just stole it off him, so maybe Pritchard needed to go a bit harder. I'm not 100% certain about that one, Todd.
The ball up. Zampatti will give that tap to Collins. Pritchard came off the wing, and the gather was clean. The evasive skills were good too, and got a bit on the footy towards half forward. Loose ball opportunity here for Collins. Looping hand pass was a bit slow there for Chapman. James just picked his pocket and stole it, and they ran away with another right foot kick inside 50, albeit a shallow entry. They got numbers again. McKinney got it over the top. Towards might have been Preston with a high up and under kick. Jarrett in front. So now they're playing in front into the breeze, and that's where you got to be.
Yeah, well, you know, the ball went into centre half forward, miles behind the loose Lake Wendouree player, win the ball. Down the other end, Lake Wendouree are getting in a position where the ball's going to fall. So another shot on goal for the Lakers.
So it'll be Jarrett, who kicked a goal in the opening term, can become the first multiple goal scorer of the afternoon.
Missed.
Off to the right for a minor score. So, well, they're barely let-offs for the Panthers now. I'm going to bin that one. They breathe. There's a pulse, but it's very faint as Welsh brings the ball back into play. Does us all a favour. It comes broadcast side. Good use of the body there from Collins. It's the best mark of the afternoon for the Panthers, and the kick didn't let him down either. Found Donaldson, who'll wheel onto that left boot. That's the go. Didn't quite time the kick as well as he would have liked. And Hayes just came across and took an intercept mark. So the kick from Donaldson was hopeful rather than anything else. So Hayes went out to the direction of Canny, knocked it in front of him. Chance here for Lee, who fired the hand pass out to Gemmell. Clever little left foot kick found Fino, who ran onto the ball in front of James and took an outstretched mark and played on. The kick was pretty poor in the end. Chance here for Hellier to do the mopping up. Sidestep was good. Got it to Clark. Clearing kick, left foot kick towards half-back. Found Hayes, who's been good. Played on. Right foot kick to outer centre wing. Half volley there for the youngster there in Ryan. He couldn't gather. It ricocheted off his shins and went out of bounds. It might have even gone on the full as the two umpires convene. Boundary umpire was like, mate, I'm all over this. It's out of bounds. So true centre wing out of side. Right in between the two coaches' boxes here. One with a big smile, the other not so much. Ball in. Chance here for Gove. Loose hand pass went in the O'Connell direction, who took on the tackler. Was tackled, taken to the ground, and they were pretty hot on the holding the ball in the opening term. So it wouldn't have been a surprise if O'Connell was penalised there, despite no prior. Tap one there by Zampatti. Chapman, hurried kick. Couldn't get it through the traffic, nor could the James handball. Tackle from Collins was fair as he pinned the arm. Made it difficult for a Chapman exit by hand, and then we a ball up. Umpire wastes no time. Tap one by Collins, meant for Bibby. Ian O'Connell. Stalemate. And another stoppage. So we did anticipate more stoppages in this term as the Lakers endeavour to deny Melton South with the breeze. So here's a chance for Donaldson. His left foot kick is wide and too wide. Missed all and sundry out of bounds on the full.
Just think we've got Melton South need to lower their eyes a little bit more. That's twice Donaldson. Donaldson had one before where he kicked it to 3 on none into centre half forward. And then that one there, another long kick that missed the target.
Well, that kick had to be perfect, and it was. And it found Gove.
Really like the fact Lake Wendouree are taking on those kicks though. Like they've had a tough season. They haven't won a game, but they're taking on those kicks. They're trying to find that loose man every time it's on offer.
How about that hand pass from Foster? He got it to Ryan. He went with the left boot. Shallow entry inside 50. Theo couldn't mark. He went by hand. Kabarik was bailed up, and there'll be a ball up. Perceived pressure too, obvious on the Panthers at the moment, and the scoreboard is probably playing a fair part in that too.
No doubt.
Ball up, tap one by, well, we'll give that one to Wright. Chance here for Shilber, who went by hand to Collins, standing start with the old-fashioned talk, fell onto the chest fortuitously to Roush, who played on. Went by hand to Shilder, he kept running to half forward. Right foot kick to a vacant goal square. The backstop, Helly is there, but he opened the door for Wyatt. Bit of depth perception just denying me from here. As they extricate out of defence, and the kick was okay. Just again, no pressure. Just taking mark after mark here. The Lakers kick it in the middle. Was a risky one at that, but reward for taking on the game. We'll give them that. That's what my offsider for the afternoon. Heath Pritchard is praising the Lakers for. Fogarty was held without it. The umpire fell for it. And there was a cleary kick from the Panthers that was nearly went inside their 50. That was their best territory gain for the afternoon. But it's going to come all the way back to Fogarty. The only person I know that his first name starts with the same letter as his second name, that is with an F. Kick to the top of the goal square, right with the discipline spoil. Ground ball opportunity. It's good work. Pritchard through traffic. How's the handball? Well, it was loose. Cut off opportunity. Gove was terrific. They can raffle it here. Foster will end up with an experienced campaigner. Hit Jared Laces out. So Jared will go back and have a shot on goal here. And again, a take two, an opportunity to become the Lakers' first multiple goal scorer of the afternoon. So aside from that goal to Thompson in the opening minute, there hasn't been a goal for the next 6. So a chance for that to change through Jarrett. That's a good kick. But he's hit the post. So another behind for Jarrett. He has a couple of behinds. Wright has 3 of those, and Thompson a couple. They're 8-8-56. They lead Melton South 1 behind. So it'll be the surety by foot of Welsh. Let's see if he can get some territory gain as he runs his measure and he puts it to where he wanted Collins to go, and he gathered. He did well, but the kick across the body let him down. Gave Rouse no chance. Cut off by Hayes. Is still what he liked, but he gave it back to Chapman. Just needs to get the ball moving, and he'll go long. That's the idea. To a one-on-one. Hellier's got the big man to beat in Wyatt. Had it knocked away from him. Collins is under the pump. That's a good pressure tackle there from Garland.
The ball.
And ping. Advantage paid. Dribbling ball. And Wilds put it through. Good pressure there from Garland. And Wild opens the goal scoring for the Panthers. They squared the ledger in the second term goal apiece.
Just really want to try and see, Melton South could really take a leaf out of Lake Wendouree's book here in relation to taking that first option. Like by hand or by foot, Lake Wendouree have been very good at taking the first option that's been put on offer. Melton South tend to have, been running around in circles a little bit, not taking that first handball or first kick. So they need to start doing that to get themselves back in the game. But it was a nice goal.
Yeah, it was well done by Chapman getting that ball in deep too. At the restart, Rick Collins just knocked it to ground level. Now Chapman was strong. He's building in confidence the longer this game goes. Now he squares the ball. Going back, taking a courageous mark there was Canny. Wasn't really meant for anybody. He just went to the the danger zone, but it was all the Lakers, and Hellier will negotiate by foot. Collins got a bad bounce, made it look better than what it was, and gathered cleanly. Went over the top. They got the overlap to Ryan, who'll want to get onto his preferred left, and he does. And he found his fellow long sleeve wearing Nathan Pring. Normally good by foot, just tips it over the top towards Preston. Soccer off the ground from O'Keefe, close up against the boundary line. Finds its way to touch, and then we boundary throw in 55 metres around from the Melton South goal. Can they get 2 in a row, the Panthers? It's a long way back from here. They trail by 49 points. One step, albeit one goal at a time. Well, one contest at a time would probably be a little bit more suitable. And here they go again. Wright went through his hands. Welsh did well. Dangerous here. Oh, that's too easy. The youngster there in Ryan.
Just had to give Lake Wendouree a point then, Brody Ryan, just the young fella from the 19s. Just had to rush it through for a point, start again.
Yeah, he just, well, you can't put that politely really, other than he just coughed it up, and Wright was there. Right place, right time, no pun intended, goal. 62 plays 7. Almost 11 minutes gone. They're having a little bit more of the ball though, and we expected so with the breeze. Now Collins, he's trying hard against Sam Paddy. Chance here for Fino. Pressure was good from Thompson, but not before Fino could go long in the wide direction, and it knocked away from him. Chance for Garland, took on the tackle of Hayes. Tackle taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up 15 metres out from the Melton South goal.
Couple of wins at centre stoppage have been good for Melton South, getting the ball out of the centre square, which is a positive.
So they've got plenty of players back. Tap one by Zampati. Chance for Gemmell. On the right.
Goal.
Something out of nothing. Touched. Gee. They just take anything at the moment, the Panthers, and
absolutely
denied. So Ryan brings the ball back into play. Kick was touched. Chance there for Anderson. Fired the hand pass out. Kick got beyond the defensive 50. Now Pring's got a bit of a touch of the fumbles, then ridden into the ground.
That's holding the ball.
Umpire called play on. Ryan with he just had to get rid of it in the end. Pritchard. High hair pass. Fino had little or no opportunity. Somehow got rid of it. Chapman wanted the high. Took the tackle. And there'll be a ball up 52 metres away from the Melton South goal.
Excellent pressure from Lake Wendouree then. Every handball there was under pressure, so it was really good by Lakers.
Ball up. Enjoying that battle in the ruck, Sam Paddy and Collins. Chance for Clark. Got it to O'Connell. Tried to draw the man now. Clark. Oh, he's nearly gone here, but he got rid of it in the end. Chance for O'Connell to just push Pritchard away. Chance here for Gove, who combines with Ryan. He went with the left foot kick. Gee, that had to be good, and it was. And it'll be Anderson who goes with the left boot. They go out of sight of the ground, as far away from us as they can get, doing us no favours as O'Keefe gathered, told to play on by the umpire. Went onto the right boot, tumbling kick at that. Good effort there by Jarrett. But they've got an outnumber here, Melton South. Well done, Jarrett, to square that away. And there'll be a stoppage on centre wing out of side. 13 minutes gone. Second term here. 2 goals to 1 in favour of the Lakers in this term. Chapman again with the clearance. Got enough on the kick. Canny goes back, does the mobbing up. He's going to run out of space here. Well, that's deliberate. He just marched it over the line, but they don't pay deliberate at this level. You just see it so often at the top level, but really, in my experience calling games at the BFNL, do they pay deliberate?
Look, I don't mind that, Toddy,
that's
to be honest.
okay.
As long as it's consistent and everyone knows what's happening, then that's fine.
Well, they are, because they don't pay it ever. Boundary throw in, tap one by Zampati. Kick across the body with a high up and under from Bibby. White with the little push. Kick across the body, snap, touched again if you don't mind. Gee.
Well,
and that went through as well.
Positive for Melton South is in the last 3 or 4 minutes, they've had control of the game. The game's been played down their end for the majority of that time, so that is a little win for them, which is good.
So Fino, a little unlucky there. So it'll be Gove. He'll march the ball back into play, and the kick was good. And found Thompson. His work rate was good. It's a long way from home. This kick's poor. Chance, opportunity. Garlett wanted the hold. Kenny with the number. That was dropping the ball. Umpire let that one go. Anderson lucky to get away with that. Gove, hand pass, found Thompson. Has to give it back to him. Pressure was okay from Garlett, but the tackle didn't stick. O'Keefe got the overlap towards right. Go over the top towards Thompson. Slow hand pass. Just ran around one and took a bounce and ran to half forward. They've got the overlap again, and they combine by hand. This is good running. Shot on goal, and it is home. Terrific finish there from Thompson. He was 3 or 4 links in the chain and was rewarded with the finishing off of the work and had to get it done, and he gets his second into the breeze. And the Lakers get their third of the term and extend on the scoreboard with their 10th of the afternoon.
It was really good play from Lake Wendouree. I'm not quite sure what the umpire was watching without that holding the ball down in the Melton South end. That was clearly dropping the ball, but wasn't paid. And Lake Wendouree went from one end to the other with Melton South not weighing a glove on them. So once again, their ball movement was excellent.
10-8-68, the Lakers. They lead Melton South 1-3-9. 15 and a half minutes gone. Ball up. Zampatti went too early. Collins won the tap. Garlett into the middle, wanted the hold, denied by the umpire. Palmer, quick hands, forward to the contest. Chance here for Collins. How will it sit for him? Well, it did in the end, but the pressure was good from Theo to hold it up, but not before he was able to use a rugby league term, rush the ball forward another 6 or 7 metres. And that's shallow entry inside 50 here for the Lakers. Chapman with another tackle. He'll just keep accumulating those.
Yeah, his work rate's fantastic, Cody Chapman. You can never knock his effort, ever.
Ball up. Enjoying that. There's been a response from Collins in this term to Chapman, the man we speak of, with a high up and under kick to outer centre wing. Bibby and Anderson. O'Keefe provides the support role for the Lakers. But they're away here, the Panthers, through Bibby. Right foot kick in the Donaldson direction. He's kept his feet. Onto his preferred left. High up and under kick. Wyatt's going to try and protect it on goal, but it's off the line. And through for a minor score. A little bit disappointed there, the big fella. The ball comes back into play to Foster, who wasted no time. They just kept running here, the Lakers. Kick went wide in the Jarrett direction. Is that okay for him? Went back in, Port. Right foot kick along the line in the right direction. Kick was overcooked and found its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. Palmer a little bit disappointed with that lead up from right. Looking a bit proppy, Pritchard, Heath.
Seems to be hobbling a little bit, Todd, but anyway, keep going.
Boundary throw-in, half forward, broadcast sign for the Lakers, who lead by 58. It's nearly a kick for the Panthers there. That breeze just favoured the Panthers in the end, and Donaldson got it to Garlett, who went with the right foot kick. Oh, that's a free kick every day of the week to Anderson, denied by the umpire. Hellier combines by hand and then foot. Found Gove, who's had his own footy today. Kick towards half back. Found Clark. He'll get onto his left, and that kick will hold up into the breeze, but it's still good enough to find Fogarty.
Gove's got the body shape of an old-fashioned country midfielder. Like he's a solid, stocky type, and he's having a really good game.
Collins kick to the pocket. Missed all and Sunbury out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Gee, the umpire did well to deny Clark there.
Did indeed.
In the middle of the ground. Some good pressure there from the... Well, it wasn't the navy blue and white on that occasion. Some pressure from the men in green. Boundary throw-in. 48 metres away from the Lakers' goal. Collins won that tap to Chapman. Quick hands, was just off target. Missed Kavarik, and just an almost play there from the Panthers.
Yeah, just missed the target by a little bit, and then, you know, we always say it, fumble causes pressure, so you've really got to be clean with your hands and grab it first time.
Yeah, the idea was right. The tap was good. Boundary throw-in, half forward. Collins and right. Give that tap to Collins. Loose ball opportunity here for Jarrett. Chapman over the footy again. Won his own footy. Got to his feet. That was abetted by hand. Execution to Kavarik to half forward. Oh, Hayes the fly. He looks hurt. Looks like he come down on that shoulder. The ground's very hard here at Lake Wendouree. Heath, this
It's in really good nick.
It's in cricket nick.
Yeah, it is. It's firm, and it probably shows the sort of winter we've had so far, where it hasn't been really wet. It gets cold up here though, Toddy. We know that.
Yep, indeed it does. 58-point lead to the Lakers. Approaching time on second term here. 10 goals to 1, essentially. So Hayes with the high up and under. Zampatti in front. He was out of position. Did well to get some purchase on the footy. Ryan might have caught one
That's
high and a throw.
Good decision from the umpire, actually, a really good decision.
So Schilder with ball in hand. Go the longer option. It's the right option, as much as despite Donaldson's disappointment. Go to the tall timber. Go to Roush. Go to Wyatt.
Yeah, but they've got to present as well. So they've got to get on their bike a bit and start getting some separation from their defender.
They don't need to lead in the same spot.
No, don't need to lead in the same spot, and probably get some separation from their defender so that they're actually giving themselves a chance to get the footy.
Tap one by Collins. He's won plenty of those in this term. The kick from Garlett has been smothered by Ryan. So Melton South, a couple of kicks on goal were accurate, both touched. Another squaring kick there from Garlett, smothered out of bounds. Just those 1%ers.
Look, there's no doubt this quarter's been better. There's no doubt about that. It's just look.
But the Lakers 1%ers,
all the time,
all the
time.
The smothers.
They're working really hard. They're getting an extra backer every time. Their winger, I think it's their winger possibly, that is rolling back from all the time to give them a spare defender, which is really good too.
So chance for Lee. Just a little off drive out there to deep mid off. And went through the hands of Wild and went into the boundary fence for 4. No, it'll be a boundary throw in half forward.
And to be fair, every time Lake Wendouree have gone forward, they've scored. So in this quarter, the top, look, I think Melton South have probably dominated play a bit more than what Lake Wendouree have in this particular quarter. But on the scoreboard, it isn't showing because every time Lake Wendouree have gone forward, they've put it on the scoreboard.
Collins was terrific just to gather that out of the ruck contest and send the ball forward into the wide direction. It knocked away from him. Chancellor Morrissey, he couldn't gather. Can the Panthers get a boot on ball? They can't. Hayes did the mopping up, went by hand to Anderson. Left foot kick towards the defensive 50. The kick was okay. Mark's been taken there by Palmer. They went with the right boot to outer centre wing. Out in the Fogarty direction. And knocked away from him by Hobbage and Allen. Theo needed to be quick, and he was, but he just handballed it to space. Lucky Hobbage and Allen was there, but then he coughed it up. Tumbling kick, turnover. Going to ground was the Panthers. Chance here for Thompson, high up and under kick. 2-on-1, can you believe it? Right. He's got Jarrett lending assistant, Kavarik. He's got 2 to beat. Numbers are going to prevail. He can get it over to Clark if he wants, right? He does, and Clark doesn't let him down. He kicks the goal. That might make the review, Heath.
Yeah, look, I thought John Kovarik's first effort there was fantastic. Like to spoil the ball.
Yeah.
Again, just that little fumble, just a little fumble. Otherwise, he probably would have cleared it. But 2-on-1 became 3-on-1 down there. So, again, work rate differentiation between Lake Wendouree working back and pushing hard. And we saw them down deep in their defensive line, work the ball out with numbers compared to Melton South, who obviously are trying to roll up and keep the ball in their forward half, but have to push back when they don't have possession of the footy.
22 and a half minutes gone. Second term here at C.E. Brown Reserve. 4 goals to 1 in this second term in favour of the Lakers. Here's James, just dropped it.
Oh,
I thought he was halfway through paying that, holding the ball, but he got his hand stuck on the side of his shirt.
he's paid holding the man.
Yes,
So,
that's right.
yeah.
I think even the Lakers were surprised there. They actually thought Garlett was away with the advantage, but no, it's the Lakers who are indeed all Pring. Didn't know what was coming. Loose ball gathered there by Jarrett. He got it towards, might have been Clark. His kick was smothered. Keeping it in front of him there was Lee, just dribbling it in front of him. Territory gain at that. And there'll be a boundary throw in half forward broadcast side for the Panthers. 23 and a half minutes gone. Second term. Lakers 74, Melton South 10. J.D. Wright, Bailey Thompson. And Johnny Jarrett, the multiple goal scorers here. The only multiple goal scorers here today. Chance here for Collins on his left boot. Kick was good and found Wright. Enjoyed his game.
Yeah, been very good, presented well as a forward and looks dangerous every time the ball comes in his area.
So does this bloke, Thompson.
And that's a throw.
Play on, said the umpire. Collins was tackled. Goes through traffic, somehow found Wright, who had a shot on goal. That'll go across the face here. Fogarty got a hand on it somehow before it rolled through and hit the point post. In the end, there'll be a throw in. Lakers deep into attack, near 24 and a half minutes gone in this second term. The Lakers lead by 64. After they lead by 47 at quarter time. Boundary throw in. Garlett over the footy, couldn't gather. Wright could, just fight it out to the defensive side. O'Connell was tackled, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up, 25 metres out from the Lake Wendouree goal. Ball up, tap again, won by Wright. Only as far as Fino. Tumbling kick towards half back. Cut off there by Anderson. He was tackled, taken to the ground. And the big fella White can gather. Did well. Fed out the hand pass through traffic. Might have been Pritchard, was it?
No, it was Reece Lee.
Oh, Reece Lee. Right foot kick inside 50. Shallow one at that. Right again, got it.
Just missed the target. Like, it's just a missed target. A handball in the middle of the ground. Misses the target. Lake Wendouree get the ball, go forward. And again, that man Wright looks dangerous again every time the ball comes in his area.
So Wright with ball in hand. He's kicked two this afternoon. Yeah, there was a couple of clubs looking at Wright in the off-season to come and join them in the Ballarat League, wanting to play footy at a high level. And he's come and played with a couple of mates at the Lakers. There's the right foot kick. He went short and overcooked the kick. Presenting there was Pring, who got it to Collins. Shot with the outside of the right boot. He's kicked a goal. It was a good finish for Collins. He's dangerous around goal. He gets his first. And he joins the queue. Ahead of the half-time break here at C.E. Brown Reserve. As the sun shows its face again here. Tick over 26 minutes gone. The Lakers 12-8-80. Very efficient this afternoon. Melton South 1-4-10.
Yeah, again, lovely goal. As you said, Toddy, they've managed to get the ball forward. Look dangerous, score. He's a better man than me passing the ball then, though.
Roush won that tap, got it to Garlett, tumbling kick towards half forward. Can they get a response? Bibby's turn was terrific, but his kick was smothered. Another 1% there from the Lakers. The kick leg braked everybody, fell into the hands of Donaldson. Shot on goal across the face. Through for a behind.
Yeah, well, two touch shots on goal, and then that one there, probably his 3 goals that South should have kicked this quarter. But look, that doesn't make the difference any less. It's 69 points, and Lake Wendouree have been very dominant today.
Yeah, there are other patterns between the arcs and inside 50 that have validated that separation rather than those opportune shots
absolutely.
on goal from the Panthers.
Yeah, look, really enjoyed the way Lake Wendouree have tried to use each other and use the footy, the way they've run back to support, and when they win possession of the ball, the way they've spread. So you can certainly see signs of why they've been competitive in some games this year. There's no doubt about that, even though they haven't won a game yet.
Pure country footy style will get an opportunity to go through the scores from other games as they retrieve the footy. Melton 53 lead Bacchus Marsh 20. North Ballarat 41 lead Ballarat 16. Redan 17 trail East Point 71. And Sunbury 46 lead Sebastopol 16. So some separation, not just here, but right around the Ballarat footy league this afternoon. So it'll be Clark on that left boot. Just chisels it out in the direction of Preston. Got an outnumber here, the Panthers, but the boundary line will beat them both. Did the right thing, though, on that occasion. Did Ryan, kept his feet, but...
Yep, the Lake Wendouree guy, 2-on-1, and managed to get a throw-in, which is, he would have been happy with that. Yeah. Sometimes the throw-in's as good as anything.
Boundary throw-in. So that'll be Roush and Zampatti. Fino knocked it in the direction of Chapman. Got it back to Fino. Right foot kick to the top of the goal square. Goes, well, he got plenty more on the kick as the... Geez, it picked up with the breeze and it's gone across the face and out of bounds on the full, if you don't mind. The kick's gone 55 metres.
Everyone else seems to think it was a point, even the Lake Wendouree players.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. thought as much here as well. Gee, it would have had to have gone 60 metres to go on the full. So the Panthers 6th behind of the afternoon. They're 1-6-12. They trail the Lakers 12-9-81. Ball back into play. Tumbling kick to the outer side. They actually gave that point to the Lakers. That's how little luck the Panthers have had this afternoon. Chance here for Collins, who's been very good. Right foot kick towards Pring. Onto his left boot he goes. Tumbling kick towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Right's got some space. Went to go inboard. Didn't have an option. But somehow the ball's just been dribbled out the back there by Jared in the right direction. Just needs to sit for the big fella. What happened there? To goal. Nobody knew. Going to give that one to Jared, or are we going to give that one to Wright?
I think it was Jarrett, to be honest. I think Wright got there.
Let it
If
through.
it had been Wright, I think it would have been touched. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's Jarrett.
The Lakers 13-8-86, lead Melton South 1-6-12, 30 minutes gone in this second term. Opening quarter went 28 minutes. We've had 7 goals kicked in this term, 6 to the Lakers, 1 to Melton South. So Jarrett, Thompson and Wright with 2 goals apiece for the Lakers. 7 other players have 1. Here they go again through James in the right direction. Welsh got a hand on it. Cramble opportunity for Pring. He has a pot shot at the goals. Was right and always right. And out of bounds on the full. So they'll just endeavour to deny the Lakers in the dying seconds of this second term. It'll be Kavarik with ball in hand. He goes to the outer side of the ground and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Well, that just about sums up the opening half from the Panthers here today. Just nothing's gone right, really. Just have a cope with the breeze or the pressure of the Lakers. It'll be Zampatti to send the ball back inside 50 towards Wright. Well, he's into the back of his own man. And that's why the free kick wasn't paid. It was friendly fire. So Fino will do the clearing. Good use of the body there from Donaldson. He just needs some support. He hasn't got any. The next 4 closest players were all Lakers. Now here comes the reinforcement for the Panthers in Collins. But he was dispossessed. Now Ryan got in the direction of Anderson, who was knocked off the ball there by Fino. There'll be a boundary throw in. We need to get over and give Fino a pat on the back there as 3 Lakers players went over and gave their own a pat on the back.
Probably shows you the difference between the two sides today at the moment, Todd. Like, he worked really hard. Then Mitch Fino, he's the one that kicked the ball out of the back line and then followed up and caused the ball to go out of bounds.
That's holding the ball every day of the week. And for a moment there, I thought the ball had fallen out of the umpire's whistle. It was Wyatt. Goes Wyatt to half forward. Helliard discipline. Double-fisted ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. They're almost just as far away from the goal as they were prior to that free kick.
Yeah, more direct. Again, no movement, no one leading up at the footy. Just seems to be fairly stagnant in front of the ball.
Boundary throw-in. Roush got ushered under the footy by Zampatti. He was forced to go by hand there, the Lakers ruckman. Anderson again. That was better pressure from the Panthers, but not before he get a hair pass away to Preston. He was under some perceived pressure and missed the target by hand to Pring. Ground ball squared away by the umpire with the whistle. There'll be a ball up. We're on broadcast. Centre wing. 74-point lead of the Lakers. Tap one by, well, we'll give it to Zampatti. O'Connell with strength. Loopy hair pass over to Clark. Spent it before he got it, but he got time because he got a favourable bounce. Back up into his bread basket, so he switches play to the outer side of the ground. The kick was good and found O'Keefe, who went short out in the Gove direction. So Gove can square it towards Ryan, overcooked the kick. But O'Connell lends the support. Went by hand to Clark, back to O'Connell. Right foot kick inside 50. He's been cut off there by Hobbage and Allen. And one of a rare poor entry kick from the Lakers this afternoon. And as Gamble marks, the siren sounds to end the opening half here. Quarter that went near 34 minutes as we noted the first term going for 28. 7 goals in each term. One goes for 28, the next 34. Worked it out. But anyway, it's half time here at the C.E. Brown reserve. The Lakers 13-8-86, commanding lead over Melton South 1-6-12. The goal scorers, Johnny Jarrett, Bailey Thompson, Jado Wright, all with 2, 1 each to Collins, Gove, Clark, Fogarty, Preston, Palmer, James. Gee, you and I, Heath, are the only ones that haven't kicked a goal for the Lakers today. And on the other side of the page for the Panthers, the solitary goal to Hudson Wild on the back of an advantage through that Jeff Garlett tackle. So a 74-point lead to the Lakers at half-time after they led by 47 at quarter time. Heath, time spent with the breeze for Melton South was always going to tell us a story at half-time. And what it did do, it just confirmed that the Lakers have come to play and they're up and about, and they've got some reward for their work rate and efficiency today.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, I think Melton South were better that quarter, but certainly didn't put anything on the scoreboard. And Lake Wendouree have just worked harder for longer. They're pushing back harder. They're pushing forward when they win possession of the ball. Melton South seem to be very stagnant in front of the footy and are struggling to actually get any sort of momentum into the game. So they'll certainly be looking to try and do that in the second half. It looks like there's a couple of the boys that are injured. As we said, Phillips has broken his thumb, which isn't great. But they need to get going and try and get themselves back in the game a little bit, even for their own, for pride as much as anything else.
Yeah, well, just seeing the midfield dominance of Collins and O'Connell, and well, Gove was a bit quieter in that turn but he did bring his own footy in the first quarter, in fairness. But yeah, the loss of Tom Phillips, in the opening couple of minutes hasn't done the Panthers much help, because you could have done with his run through the middle. It's just been a baptism of fire for Travis Hodgson in his time at the Panthers this year. Of course, dealt some horrible cards early, losing the two key recruits in round one who have been unsighted since. I speak of Patrick Vespremi and Anthony Wilson, two of the big guns that we'd like to see having an impact today. But that's not the way it is. And, of course, no Tom Phillips. But all honours with the Lakers at the main break. That 7-goal opening term with the breeze has been near matched in the second against it. They're 13-8-86. They lead Melton South 1-6-12. A quick cap of the scores around the region before a break, and well-deserved one at that in chilly conditions here at C.E. Brown. Melton 72 lead Bacchus Marsh 20. North Ballarat 42 lead Ballarat 16. East Point 71 lead Redan 17. And Sunbury 46 leads Sebastopol 17. So some big results going on around, and we're barely halfway through the action on this Saturday afternoon of round 9 action. A break and back with the third quarter action in about 10 minutes' time.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty.
Introducing new McPops from McCafe. The perfect mini mouthful with a delicious gooey centre. Available in choc, Biscoff and berry flavours. Try new McPops now at McCafe. Could I grab a berry one?
Spicy chicken McNuggets and spicy shaker fries are back. Things just got feisty.
It's time for the Ballarat Football Netball League Round 8 Top 5. Coming in at number 1, it's Brady Wright from Darley. Fantastic bit of team effort this one. Ball comes in from outside 50, takes a strong pack mark and goes back and finishes the work. Number 2, it's Reggie Palmer from North Ballarat. From the middle of the ground, that's his second bounce, and a third goes all the way home from 50. Brilliant work, Reggie. Going in at number 3, Braden Kite from Melton. This guy regularly features in the top 5, but have a look at this. From the boundary line, bending it all the way home. What a brilliant goal. Number 4, it's Bryson McDougall from East Point. Just kicks this from outside 50 to seal the deal against Sunbury, who are undefeated up until the weekend. Great win by the boys at East Point. Coming in at number 5, just Melton's teamwork here as they go coast to coast. Kick out onto the flank, then the running past handball, just like a training drill this. Then Braden Kite has it, he looks to go inside 50. Ryan Carter gets the mark, and he finishes the goal. Great work there from Melton and the boys.
Well, welcome back to CE Brown Reserve for the second half action here. It's all been the Lakers in the opening half. They lead by 75 points. Needless to say, a half-time correction for the Panthers at half-time, Heath, and we'll look for a better showing in this third term.
Yeah, look, they've just set themselves a target of trying to win the actual half, so that's a good start. A nice tackle by Garlett, dropping the ball.
Against Sam Paddy. So Garlett, who's obviously gone up into the middle of the ground with the right foot kick. Gemmell presented. The kick didn't let him down. He played on and went by hand. Fino, his kick was smothered. Loose ball opportunity here. Attack on the footy was good there from the Lakers in go, but turnover through Theo. Sends the ball into attack. Here's a chance here for the youngster with a shot on goal.
Goal.
And Ryan's put it through. Kick the opener of the third term. That'll do his confidence and the group more broadly. The world of good to kickstart the second half.
Yeah, that was really good. Good to see the young kid get a goal. He stayed composed and put it straight through the middle, which was excellent to see.
He kept his feet.
Always helps.
Yeah, indeed. We saw him do that in the second half whilst the Panthers did have a 2-on-1. He didn't really impact the contest, but he was there. But he certainly did on that occasion. Kicked a much-needed goal. Back at the restart. Out of the middle, they waltz it out. Right foot kick to half forward. Off the James boot. Bound touch out of bounds. Throw in 51 metres around from the Lakers goal.
That would be the one thing that obviously Melton South would have to try and target is that easy exit out of the stoppage.
Boundary throw in. Even the boundary umpires are wearing pink boots these days. Tap one by Roush. Only as far as, well, Schilder. Dribbling ball. Clean bowled Pritchard. He looks a bit hampered. Ground ball opportunity here for O'Keefe. Caught one high. Helmet came into play there. Just paid for itself. Garlett. More experienced Garlett gets the little fella up off the deck. And he'll send the ball forward. Onto the right boot. Under dark skies. It's a nice cut-off mark taken there by Hobbs and Allen. And he'll go short towards Wild, who plays on with the hand pass into the defensive goal square. And they link up here effectively through Collins. I nearly spoke too soon, but the bounce got to Chapman, who got it to Kavarik, who went to outer centre wing. That's arguably the best passage of play for the Panthers for
Much
the
better.
afternoon. So Ryan, the recent goal kicker, full of confidence, found Roush with the hit up. Right foot kick inside 50. Wyatt the target, did the defensive spoil, kept his feet. Ground level opportunity here, gathered by Anderson, who got it to Ryan with the chip kick. Mark's been taken there by Gove. So he looked to weigh up the options. Thought he was going to come broadcast side there and do us all a favour, but he went towards centre wing. Found the big fella there in Sam Paddy, who wheeled onto that right boot with a long ball. Thompson the target, went over his head, bouncing ball, foot race on him, and a chance for Jarrett. He kicked two in the opening half. Ran out of space. Over the line, boundary throwing 20 metres around from the Lakers goal. It'll be the darkest pocket in the Ballarat Football League at the moment, this one.
I reckon that's about right, Toddy.
Boundary throwing. Now Wright, who kicked a couple of his own in that opening half, won that tap. But Kavarik and Thompson square it over the line for a boundary throw-in. 69-point lead of the Lakers. Boundary throw-in. Right, got something on that. Chance for James. Kick across the body. Playing in front, Lux of Fortune. Fogarty's got it.
And this will be a goal.
Waste no time. Glad you snuck that in before I could, Heath, because he just turned around and went bang. So that goal's been squared away. Goal apiece in this third term. Fogarty gets goal number 2. So 4 players with 2 each for the Lakers. Fogarty, Jarrett, Thompson and Wright. They lead a host of contributors on the scoreboard this afternoon for the hosts. They're 14-8-92. They lead Melton South 2-5-17. 4.5 minutes gone third term. But been a better display from the Panthers in the opening 4.5 minutes. Ball up, we'll give that tap to Roush. Hobbs and Allen couldn't gather. Right foot kick, neither could Schilder. Shallow entry inside 50 for the Lakers. Pressure was good.
I think you got them ones around the wrong way, mate.
Spot on.
It's an interesting move. Schilder on the ball, bigger body.
Ball up. And through the legs. There, and they extricate out of defence. Right foot kick went over the head of Pritchard. Looking clearly hampered. But his pressure was okay. On Hellier. O'Connor was dispossessed over the line for a boundary throw-in. 92, the Lakers lead Melton South 17. Boundary throw-in. So it'll be Roush in front, Zampatti at the back. Roush won the tap. Went through the hands of Chapman. Loose ball opportunity here for Donaldson. Tapped it back to the advantage of Chapman. Kick with the right side of the boot. There from Fino. He's dumped as he kicked. Out of bounds on the full. So it'll be Ryan onto that trusty left boot. Didn't let me down. Found Gove unattended. So he'll look to go direct, and he does. With a long kick in the Fogarty direction. Right, the fly couldn't take the mark. Grand ball opportunity. Swarm of players around the footy. There'll be a ball up. 40 metres away from the Lakers' goal. Wright won that tap. Only as far as Garlett, though, outside of the boot. Chance there for Schilder. Kick towards centre wing. Zampatti made a rare error. Aerial one at that. It's good pressure there from Ryan. Pings at the umpire. Holes are disappointed on that occasion. So Ryan does the kick, squaring one at that. Cut off there by Fino. Didn't have to break stride. Went to
Keep
go
running.
by hand, but decided to take a bounce. And another. Drew the man. Slow hand pass. The Lakers defence got a hand on that. Kemmel caught over the footy. The umpire will come in and ball it up 50 metres away from the Melton South goal.
Yeah, just another one of those ones where they got a finger in, which has been a bit of a tale of the day for Lake Wendouree in defence. They've managed to get a finger in when they've had to.
Ball up. Well, Roush just pushed Zampatti out of the contest, threw the ball onto the boot, went straight up in the air. Zampatti ended up marking that, but of course he didn't go the required distance. The Anderson gather was good, and he got it to Clark. Dribbling kick towards half forward. Found Jarrett, who's been lively. Found Wright. Drop what he should have taken. Even the umpire thought he should have taken it. Over the top of the hair pass was McKimmie, and Thompson will walk into an open goal. Kick goal number 3.
I'm just not quite sure how a guy can be standing 35 metres in front of a stoppage, standing by himself, which at centre-half forward, which is what happened there for Lake Wendouree. They got a rush kick out of the stoppage at centre-half forward for Melton South, and there was clearly a man standing by himself, and they just drew the man, handballed over, and waltzed one in.
Yeah, they've done all their dangerous work through the corridor, and if it hasn't been Fogarty or Wright with the aerial presence, they certainly haven't been outmarked, and they've been able to capitalise with some grand ball goals of their own. 81-point lead to the Lakers. Tick over 8 minutes gone in this third term. Ball up. Been manful in the ruck as Zampatti's been a good contest. Collins having a spell though, his first half opponent. Roush spending time in the ruck. Chance for Pring. Tackled. Dribbling ball. Clean bowled everybody. Garlett just shoveled the ball out, coughed it up to Pring. Kick across the body. Didn't really mean to, just it was half a shank really. And they'll combine by hand. Chance here for Theo with the left boot, and the kick was okay to Hobbs and Allen. So he'll weigh up the options. He'll elect to go short into the defensive goal square to Collins. He'll go onto that left boot. Oh, kick was poor in the end. Made it hard work for Chapman. He's got traffic to get through. High up and under kick. Pring will mark it uncontested in the end. He'll go back and have a shot from about 50 metres out.
Yeah, just a missed target again with a... Look, the actual idea is right. I actually like the idea of going short then to Chapman, but just the execution was the problem. So I'd really like to see Melton South keep trying to do those sorts of things. I know it's cost them a goal here, but I think they need to keep trying to do that.
Yeah, it was a good call there, Heath. He's got the journey, has Pring. And he joins a host of goal-kicking contributors for the Lakers here this afternoon. Pring gets his first. And the Lakers bring up the ton here at CE Brown Reserve with their 16th of the afternoon. (16-8-104). The Lakers lead Melton South 2-5-17. And BFNL's match of the round that promised a little bit more than we're getting leading into the game, Heath.
Yeah, look, certainly would have been hopeful of a better showing than this. I know coming today, other Melton South people were hopeful of certainly of a contest at least, but Lake Wendouree have proven to be too good so far.
The Bibby clearance was cut off there by Anderson, who wasted no time. He got it to Foster, kicked towards half forward. Pring, the recent goal scorer, full of confidence, squared the kick and found Collins. Gee, they've been able to square that footy to an uncontested target more often than not through the corridor, and it's been costly for the Panthers today. And Collins will go back for an opportunity to kick his second. 11 players have hit the scoreboard for the Lakers on the goal front this afternoon. Collins for goal number 2 from 49 metres out.
Umpire doesn't move.
No. Another goal to the Lakers.
Yep.
Well, there's no rain. It's certainly been raining goals here. And they're just waltzing away, the Lakers, with this game here at CE Brown Reserve. Can bad light stop playing a game of footy, Heath? I think that's what if the Panthers were batting, they'd certainly, if they were offered the light by the umpires, they'd almost take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you know what? They've actually got to show a bit here. They've got a quarter and a half to go, and I really believe that Melton South need to try and show a bit here.
Ball up. There goes Bibby. He's a likely type. Coughed it up, though, in the end, as O'Connell and Collins with confidence combined and found Pring, who's been lively in this third term. How about that for a square kick? They normally get an aerial here. They got another one. Lucky not to infringe there was Lee. They negotiate by hand through Hobbage and Allen, who got it to Collins, who was composed for a big man. Kick still in, not out of trouble yet. Clark onto the left boot. Tumbling shot on goal. Did enough. There's another one. They want to go easy using their car horns this afternoon. The Lakers fans, they'll run out of battery. That's their 5th of the term. They're 18th of the game. I mean, even with all respect to the Lakers, Heath, even the top 4 opposition haven't quite got the 18, 19 goals at this point of the game against weaker Melton South sides.
Yeah, look, it's definitely the case. So, look, the first 4 or 5 minutes of this quarter was quite okay from Melton South, but since then, Lake Wendouree have once again asserted their dominance.
Ball up, tap one by Sam Paddy. Been good, your man there, Heath. But here they Panthers go. Oh, he's just run into trouble.
Lucky.
Cop one high, said the umpire. So holds up, waste no time. Gave it to Fino. Kick inside 50. Pritchard outpointed on that occasion. Mark's been taken there by Gove, who can just send a high little loopy kick over towards Anderson, who's full of confidence. So too this bloke there in Ryan. That was a terrific kick, found O'Keefe. Wasted no time. Onto the right boot towards half forward. Gee, Pring's been everywhere across half forward this term. Right foot kick to right.
He's actually wound back the clock here, Pring, today. He's always been a good player for a long time. He's been very loyal to Lake Wendouree through the last tough little period as well. And it's good that he's stuck fat and he's finding himself getting a fair bit of the footy.
So Jaden Wright for goal number 3. It was very impressive in that opening term. Deliberate approach. It'll be all about the journey.
It's another
He's
one.
got that. And he's kicked goal number 3.
Yeah, I know it was an interesting move. I didn't think Collins was bad in the ruck in the first half, and the decision was made to put him back onto Wright because Wright was obviously causing a fair few headaches. But I think Zampatti's managed to get the ascendancy over Roush this quarter, and they're starting to really move into their work, especially out of the centre here.
Whilst Zampatti was good in the first half, Collins was still in Melton South's best.
I would have thought so, yeah. So I thought it was probably a fairly even sort of a battle, but.
Ball up, tap one by Zampatti. Chance there for Collins, who fired the hand pass out towards O'Keefe, dropped it. Right decision by the umpire. Shilder will take the resultant free kick. Proppy is Roush there in the middle. Might have rolled the ankle. It's the last thing they need. Shilder plays on. The kick was okay.
That's free.
Chapman, top of the arms, push too high. Take your pick.
But I actually like that from Anderson. He was right up his ginger. He made him earn it. He gave away the free. That's fine. Give away the free. Make him earn it. So
the next time Chapman's on his own, he may think someone's coming hunting him down.
You know, and Anderson's only a young guy as well, and like that was good. He was right there. Yes, he infringed, but he did it the right way. He made him earn the kick.
So Chapman will kick from about 45. Won't quite get the journey off to the left. A few circus stunts going on there on the goal line before the boundary umpire one out. And there'll be a boundary throw in adjacent to the behind post. Panthers in attack here. Kicked a goal in the second quarter and one in the third. Can they get a multiple? Throw in. Use of the body was good there from Wyatt. Gathered his own ball. Kick only went as far as Hellier. Collins has had plenty of it. Kick was okay. Anderson's had a good quarter. Onto the left boot. Goes in direction of right. A risky kick on most days, but somehow through weight of numbers, Palmer, geez, he's got some speed. Got it over towards Ryan, who ran away and ran towards half forward. He wanted to go long, but he's just tried too hard and shanked the kick. And he'll be sent straight back to half-back after that. Boundary throw in 35 metres around from the Lakers goal.
Again, work rate from Lake Wendouree. People at the drop of the ball, chaining up by hand, getting it forward. It's a tale of the tape, really.
It's just the efficiency. 6 straight they've kicked the Lakers in this quarter.
Yep.
6 straight.
Make the most of your chances, and they probably had it early on in the game. They kicked 5-5 early on, and some of those goals should have been kicked as well.
Boundary throw in, right, and Roush, we'll call that even. Thompson couldn't quite get a clean possession, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of the Panthers. So a squaring kick found Shilder.
Bibby's out.
And Collins onto the left boot. Bibby had to be strong, and he was. He can go by hand if he likes. Theo's in trouble. He had all the momentum. He should have just kept running. But Bibby did well to keep running. It went in the direction of Pritchard. Could have been pushed. Umpire called play on. He was the meat in the sandwich. Loose ball opportunity for James. Couldn't gather. Beast to a honeypot. There'd be a ball up. Gee, he's been in the wars, the young bloke, Heath.
Yeah, well, that's the joy of playing big boys footy, mate. You occasionally cop a one, and I think he's got a fairly bad corky, but that's the way it goes.
Tap one by Zampatti. Went to James. That clearance was all too easy. The left boot umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to come back. It's going to go the way of Zampatti. And the promoted vice-captain to the club after he's just 1 year at the club. Of course, went to university with a couple of these blokes. So the kick from Gove was good to Anderson. He's had a good term. Left foot kick to Hayes to a 2-on-1. Somehow Fogarty ended up with it at the back and roved it like a little man. The kick let him down. Cut off there by Lee, who lowered the eyes. Kick was terrific. Found Theo. Chip into the middle of the ground. Wrong-footed Chapman. Oh, his blind turn was terrific. Half forward out into the pocket. Held it sit for Morrissey. Well, it does. Kicks across the body. Chapman kept running. Got a horrible bounce. Opened the door for Anderson. Chapman's got it again. Held it sit for him. Tackled. Taken to the ground. Gee, it had all the makings of a goal of the day. If Chapman could have got on the end of that and finished it off, because it all started in the middle of the ground with the Panthers captain. And
that's exactly what, you can't deny that young man's effort. He tries his guts out every week.
Terrific. Wyatt nearly copped an arm chop over the shoulder. Wyatt did ask the question to the umpire. It was denied. So just metres away from the Panthers goal. Near 19 and a half minutes gone, third term. So it'll be Wyatt and Zampatti. Zampatti grabbed it out of the ruck. Quick hands to O'Connell. Over towards Gove. Right foot kick, penetrating one at that. Thompson the target. Had his jumper pulled over his head because he tried to run away. So if he had a TV under his arm. Look at Kavarik, he's not short on some toe. Excellent use of the body from Thompson. Tripped. Legged. Advantage paid. Preston went with a hand pass over the top to right. But it's going to come back. Old-fashioned rugby league ankle tap there, Heath.
I could be wrong, but I thought a deliberate trip was a free and 50.
Yeah, don't know. Some Lakers fans thought it was reportable, but Thompson will get a shot on goal.
Won't matter.
And he'll sneak it through. He'll be happy with that. Thompson gets goal number 4. And he's 20th of the season. Great effort in a side that come 5 p.m. today will have only won 1 game for the year. He's kicked 20 goals.
Yeah, and he's a good kick on goal. He's busy as a forward. He takes a good mark for a man his size. So you can certainly see him as the side gets better. And there's no doubt Lake Wendouree will get better. As the side gets better, he'll certainly be a danger up forward.
Yeah,
and
that's a good
something
point.
that opposition coaches are going to have to put a bit of time into.
7 straight for the turn for the Lakers. Both ruckmen went early, but Sam Paddy has got enough on it. Might have gave Bibby a clip there. Free kick's going to come back. It will go to Bibby. So he'll look for an option. Can we find one? Now presenting is Schilder, so he'll go in that direction. You should mark this. And it knocked away from him by Ryan. His second effort was good though, Schilder. Flying hand pass. All Chapman caught one high every day of the week. We'll go back and take that free kick.
He's giving him a workout, young Anderson, that's for sure.
He's intent on the footy, albeit with the player in the way. You can't doubt that.
Nah, that's fine, and I'm sure the Lake Wendouree coaching staff will be more than happy that the young fellow who's playing on arguably Melton South's best player is working hard and he's making him earn every kick he gets, and that's all you can ask from a young guy who's been given a role.
So in the event of a goal here from Chapman, you'd almost send the runner out to the young bloke and go, nice work, keep it going. So there's the kick from Chapman.
Touched.
Another touch, that's the 3rd or 4th for the Panthers this afternoon. Hit the post. So Gove brings the ball back into play. Comes broadcast side. Wright's worked hard. Through his hands, chance here for Lee. He's just got to hold it up here because there's not a great deal of support. He did the right thing, did well. Didn't release the footy. There'll be a ball up on broadcast centre wing. 7 straight this turn for the Lakers. 1-1 for the Panthers. The lead is 110 points. Tap won by Collins. Chance here for Fino. Right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50. Morrissey wanted the hold. Denied by the umpire. Hayes. Blind hand pass went to the voice of Ryan. Ran into the brick wall of Chapman. Lucky to get away with it. Morrissey. Hand pass was hopeful rather than anything else. Free kick against Hellier every day of the week. And it will go to Schilder. Right on 50. So even though they're 110 points up, you can't doubt the Lakers' intent. They've given away a couple of physical free kicks. Kick to the top of the square. Umpires picked out a free kick here. Advantage paid. The Gove hand pass found Clark. That's a kick of a confident player. Got it to O'Connell. Switch kick was good and found Collins. On the attacking side of centre wing. Got it over the top to Wright, who's moving well. Right foot kick to the top of the square. Mark speed taken there by Fogarty. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here. Fogarty has kicked 2 goals today.
He's kicked 3 now.
Indeed he has. And the Lakers have kicked 8 straight for the term. 21 goals, 8 if you don't mind. 134. Lead Melton South 2 goals, 6-12. Yeah, some end-to-end stuff going on here.
Well, it's just every time Lake Wendouree get the footy, they seem to be able to transition the ball so easily through the ground, and it's happened. It's happened all day, to be perfectly honest, and that's probably the most disappointing thing: the lack of pressure on the ball carrier, and the amount of options that the ball carrier's got. It makes it fairly simple for Lake Wendouree to score.
Tap one by Zampatti. His follow-up work was good, but he was dispossessed. And was he pinged by the umpire? Indeed he was, by Roush. Garlett's gone off for a spell too. So you got Garlett and Phillips, 2 of the more experienced players, off the ground. Of course, Phillips with a broken hand. Chance for Palmer. He's bowled up there by Holzer.
Looks like Garlett's getting a bit of attention over there as well. So you've got Phillips off injured, Reece Lee struggling, who's still out on the ground. Got Lockie Pritchard now playing at full forward, hobbling around, who's probably the smallest bloke on the ground. So there's obviously a few issues in relation to injury for Melton South.
Be a ball up here on centre wing. Call it even. Zampatti and Roush. Clever little tap out of the congestion. Found O'Connell. We got it to Anderson. Sent the ball forward in the right direction. Can he get the hand pass out? He can. Jarrett went to the voice of Thompson. Needs to sit for him. It does. Will he kick across the body? He will. Will he get the journey? Well, across the face. And the mark's been taken there by Preston. He'll square it up unselfishly. Meant for right. Overcooked the kick. Opened the door here for Wild. Clearing kick was hopeful rather than anything else. Just got it out of there. Holzer caught one high. He'll take the free kick against Palmer. So he looked to go into the middle of the ground, and the kick was good. Kavarik told to play on by the umpire. A bit stiff there, but went by hand to Theo. And he's got Donaldson all on his own in the shadows. Got around one. Speak of Foster, and the kick was good.
Get it in.
Hands here for Roush, who got it over towards Theo. Left foot kick into the middle of three Lakers players. They raffle it here. Umpires picked out a free kick.
That was just really poor from Melton South then. Like they had players deep in the by themselves and just didn't get the ball in quick enough, unfortunately.
So Clark goes to Gove, who went beyond the defensive 50. And now the ball ends up in the middle. Ryan was strong overhead. Meant by the big fella there in Wyatt. Played on, got it to Clark, who'll get onto that trusty left boot. Kick towards half forward. Right foot kick is terrific and found Preston, laces out.
And there's the difference. Lake Wendouree get it in nice and quick to the open man sitting in the goal square, basically. Well, 20 metres out from goal.
So this is for 9 straight for the term. And Preston for goal number 2. He doesn't let the side down. Gee, they're just as much on target as their reserves were. Their twos kicked 27 goals, 11. And the Lakers, the seniors, the first 18, well and truly on track to usurp that.
Well, you know, the Lakers are a side that have averaged 54 points, did you say, at the start
Correct.
of the day, Toddy? So, you know, at 140 already is just a massive day at the office for them. And, look, it's been impressive. For a side that hasn't won a game, it's been very impressive. It'd be good for the Lake Wendouree coaches to see that the actual ball movement and the way they're moving the footy is working for them today.
Ball up, tap one by Roush. White's gone into the middle, dispossessed. Still the hunger over the footy. The big man, Zampatti, bailed up by a couple of Panthers, and the stoppage will be squared away. Yeah, Troy Scoble put the writing on the wall in the post-match whilst they did it comfortably. The Bloods, he said the scoreboard didn't really justify how competitive the game was. Here's Foster again as they just march away out of clearance through James. Right foot kick out in the direction of Thompson. Another lead up. Target has been hit and marked just the same. So Thompson.
Oh, he's missed that one.
Will put a dent in the run of 9 goals straight for the term for the Lakers. They get their first behind of the term, 22-9, 141. They lead by 123 points. Melton South try to extricate out of defence. Chance here for Holzer, but look at the outnumber there. He managed to get away by hand towards Kavarik, but now he's got an outnumber to deal with. Bibby did well, stole it, pickpocketed, and gave it away to Holzer. So through traffic, is bereft of options, so he gave it to Wyatt. Back to Kavarik, who lowered the eyes and found the youngster there in Ryan as the siren sounds to stop the bleeding momentarily. And it's all about the Lakers, 22-9, 141, who lead Melton South 2-6-18. 75-point lead at half-time has been extended to 123 at the third and final change. Wow, let's go through the goal scorers. Well, Bailey Thompson has 4. Jado Wright 3, Felix Fogarty 3. 2 each to Collins, Clark, Jared and Preston, and one each to Pring, Gove, Palmer and James, whilst the Melton South, Brody Ryan and the Hudson Wild, the contributors. Well, it was a good start in the opening minute with a goal to Brody Ryan, but it was all the Lakers post that opening minute.
Yeah, look, pretty much I would have said, maybe 4 minutes in. I thought the first 4 minutes Melton South were probably on top, and then Lake Wendouree just went to work. And look, it is work rate, it is ball use, it is all the things that we talk about. They're running harder back to defend, and then when they win possession of the ball, they're running harder forward, and they're just literally blowing Melton South up at the moment with their ball movement. The amount of marks that have been taken back with the flight of the ball in the pocket when Lake Wendouree go forward just show how hard their forwards and their midfielders are working. So they're working hard both ways, and they thoroughly deserve the lead that they've got.
And I'm not sure it's any consolation for Melton South, but they've got 16 players on the ground, and they've also got young Pritchard playing full forward who's on one leg. So they've pretty much got 15 and a half on the ground at the moment, Heath. So that kind of explains plenty of the outnumber that's prevailed for the most part of that third term. But not only just that, the entire game, really, even when it was 18 on 18, it's just all been the Lakers, and they're doing it comfortably here, and they deserve the separation. They've really come to play, and they've actually played much better than a 10th place
No doubt.
side.
The brand of footy that they've played has been really, really impressive. Like I said earlier, they've used the first option continually. At times it hasn't come off. Look, they've stuffed a couple up, but that's okay. And when you've got a young side and you're trying to actually integrate some changes to the way that the team plays, and there's no doubt the new coach has come in and he's got a different way of playing to the previous coach. But the fact remains that you can see that they're trying to use the ball. They're trying to hit that short one. Then when they run hard, they can get it over the back. And when they go long, they're trying to get it over the back, or they're hitting the lead, the hit-up player. So there's certain method to what they're doing. You can certainly see that. As you said earlier, Toddy, they've managed to run the ball through the middle of the ground. But their ability to get out of stoppage and to win the ball has been really impressive. And on the counter of that has been Melton South's lack of ability to put pressure on them, which has been probably the most disappointing part. Skill errors can happen, and skill errors do happen, but effort's effort. And I'm not saying that the Melton South guys aren't trying, but it gets to a stage and it gets very, very hard when you're 120 points down at three-quarter time, and as you said, 16 fit men on the ground or whatever the case may be. It's going to be very hard to find something in these last 30 minutes for these players.
Let's go around the grounds before one final break. Melton 92, lead Bacchus Marsh 28. North Ballarat 68, lead Ballarat 25. Redan 18, trail East Point 130. Sunbury 60, lead Sebastopol 26. And here at C.E. Brown Reserve, the Lakers 141, lead Melton South 18. Quick break, back with the final quarter action in 5 minutes' time.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty.
It's time for the Ballarat Football Netball League Round 8 Top 5. Coming in at number 1, it's Brady Wright from Darley. Fantastic bit of team effort this one. Ball comes in from outside 50, takes a strong pack mark and goes back and finishes the work. Number 2, it's Reggie Palmer from North Ballarat. From the middle of the ground, that's his second bounce, and a third. Goes all the way home from 50. Brilliant work, Reggie. Going in at number 3, Braden Kite from Melton. This guy regularly features in the top 5, but have a look at this. From the boundary line, bending it all the way home. What a brilliant goal. Number 4, it's Bryson McDougall from East Point. Just kicks this from outside 50 to seal the deal against Sunbury, who are undefeated up until the weekend. Great win by the boys at East Point. Coming in at number 5, just Melton's teamwork here as they go coast to coast. Kick out onto the flank, then the running past handball, just like a training drill this. Then Braden Kite has it, he looks to go inside 50. Ryan Carter gets the mark. And he finishes the goal. Great work there from Melton and the boys.
Well, the siren sounds to get planned away for the final term here at C.E. Brown Reserve. Ball up. Fino tries to knock the ball away from James. His harassment was good. Fino, he nearly ended up with it, but he let it for Roush, who just threw the ball onto the boot. Forward 50 entry here for the undermanned Panthers, who just got 16 players out there at the moment. A chance for Ryan to do the mopping up. Went by hand to go. Back to Ryan, who's got some space. Surprise, surprise. Left foot kick found O'Connell on half back. Well, it's play on or 50. It's one or the other, but yeah, a bit of common sense, bit of game awareness prevailed there. And Canny found O'Keefe. Can run his measure and deliver inside 50. Right the target. The big fella Collins did well to outpoint him. They've started well here. The lateral kick was okay to Lee. He's bereft of options. He's wanting Collins to provide an aerial for him. But he sends it beyond the defensive 50. It's going to come back in as quick as it came out. And the kick from Collins found O'Keefe on 50. He went out wide into the pocket. Pressure was good from Lee to get the ball to ground. Hurry kick out of the congestion from Holes. They got a bit of it. Got cut off again by the big fella in Sam. Paddy crossed the face of goal and bounced and rolled over the line for a boundary throw in. So we expect a majority of minutes in this final turn to be played in the Lakers half, despite them kicking into the breeze, given the undermanned nature of the Panthers, Heath.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, Gartlett's off injured as well now. So there's a number off and injured players playing on the ground. So it's not going to get any easier for Melton South.
Right, won the tab. Kick across the body from Thompson, meant for Fogarty. Some good work there on the last side of the fence there by Aubergine. He went short and found Kavarik. Told to play on by the umpire, so he went along the line towards Brian. He had a couple of beats, nearly had a bit of it there, the youngster. Good work there by Wyatt. Used his experience to push away from O'Keefe. Fino didn't need to look back inboard. Should have just had a territory gain, but it was all, it was just Hayes waiting for them across half forward. Chance here for O'Connell to break away. Went by hand to O'Keefe. He's had more of it than anyone in this final term. Right foot kick, shallow entry inside 50. Welsh took the tackler on. Speak of right, squared it away for a stoppage. There'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Lakers goal. Ball up. Loose ball opportunity here for Welsh. Ran past the footy. Thompson gathered cleanly, fired it out to Collins, who's been terrific. He further went by hand, meant for O'Keefe. Gathered there by Bibby. Kavarik might have been held. Umpire called play on. Bibby again, ridden into the ground by O'Keefe. But denied a free kick by the umpire. There'll be a ball up. Lakers in attack here. Opening minutes, final term. Tap one by Wright. Pring could have been held. Umpire called play on. Pring using every bit of his forward craft. Chance here for Collins. Fired the hand pass out towards Kavarik.
Oh.
Been bailed up by Wright and pinged for holding the ball.
Well,
Yeah, not a great deal of prior for Kavarik. He's got every right to be disappointed with that decision, but he does the discipline thing and just hands the ball back to Wright. Clearly disappointed with the decision, and rightly so. Right or wrong, it is Wright, in fact, who has the ball in hand for a chance at goal number 4. And his biggest impact on the scoreboard at his new club this year. Of course, missed the chunk of the season with an ankle, and he threads that one through to kickstart the scoring of this final term. Took in the best part of 4 minutes to kick their first of the final term. They're 23 of the match, and the 4th for Jado Wright. Well, Kavarik didn't do much wrong there. He just picked the ball up, then was tackled, and then pinged for holding the ball.
No, it's an east stiff there, and look, at the end of the day, the umpires call it the way they see it, I guess, but getting that one pinged against you as a backman, you'd be fairly unhappy, but as we alluded to earlier, it's not going to make any difference on to the actual end result of the game.
So Wright and Thompson share a game-high 4 goals apiece. Back at the restart, O'Connell had it stolen away from him by Chapman, who did well. Tumbled kick. Didn't really gain any advantage there, and it went straight to Gove, who found O'Keefe, who kept running. Lowered the eyes. Oh, how about the gather from Wright? That was every bit of a league B&F, but hang on a minute, he squared it away Oh, with a handball turnover, and his bump was terrific. Chance there by Collins. He set the ball forward. Ryan took the mark, but he was tackled, taken to the ground, and held to him, said the umpire. Gee, that was a good hustle there from Bibby, in fact.
I'm quite sure why it wasn't a mark, Todd.
Yeah. Ball up. It'll be Roush and Zampatti. Zampatti won that tap. O'Keefe got it, copped the leg break. Bounce. Chance here for White, who found Chapman, who had that held to him there by Canning. There'll be a ball up. So centre wing broadcast side. The Lakers with the only goal of this final term. So White went to the voice of Wild and found him, who coughed it up. Hand pass meant for Donaldson. Ground level ball from Canning. Pressure was good. O'Keefe, his hustle was good too. He was just pushed away there by Roush, and Chapman just threw it away. Yeah, I'm not sure he got a hand on it. Well, he's convinced he did, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but it wasn't forthcoming from the umpire. Looked like a throw from here, Heath.
Yeah, although he seems fairly convinced he handballed. Cody's not the sort of bloke to carry on like that if he didn't. But look, you know, we both thought it possibly was a throw, so you can see why the umpire paid it.
So Gove lowered the eyes and found Hellier in the front half. That's a rarity. Played on, went by hand to James. Right foot kick to space. Collins read it well off the boot. Got a terrible bounce. Opened the door from Collins. Did the shimmy one, the shimmy two, and the shimmy three's a goal. Collins gets goal number 3. And the second goal for the Lakers in this final term, 6.5 minutes in. 24th of the afternoon. 24 goals, 9 if you don't mind. They've kicked 11 goals, 1 in this second half. We've been playing 7 minutes into this final term.
It's it's been a fairly comprehensive effort from Lake Wendouree, and I heard on your show on Wednesday night, Toddy, that it was the ball this week, so they certainly will be having a nice night at their ball tonight.
Well, they'll be having a ball. Ball up. Here goes Bibby. Might have caught one eye, umpire let it go. Quick hands over towards White. Went with the outside of the right boot. And it's going to be a turnover in the last line there from Gove, who's spending a bit of time in the back half. Found O'Connell and just chipped it over the top to O'Keefe. GPS numbers will be good in this final term. Ball ends up in the hands of Zampatti, who went short. Kick's okay. Jarrett's been lively. Well, who hasn't for the Lakers today? The right foot kick found Wright, who played on and went with the left boot. Kick meant for Collins. Gather was good. He had the outnumber through Canny. He went looking there towards Clark, and there's Chapman again, who's arguably been Melton South's best player today.
Yeah, no doubt. He certainly has. His effort and work rate have been first class.
Donaldson dropped what he should have taken. The pressure from Anderson, who we spoke of in that third term, was good. Turnover opportunity, gave it to Thompson. Drew the man in there in Chapman. Got it to Clark. Kick across the body in the Pring direction. It's going to come back and be a free kick to Chapman. And I think Chapman gave as good as he got there.
I think so, yeah.
Just with his body language there, it was just suggesting that, hey, when the umpire turned his head, it was you touching me. So
yeah,
Chapman was the beneficiary on that occasion. So he went lateral to White, who went further to the defensive 50 to Holzer. And kept running forward, but there'll be a turnover opportunity here for Ryan. He'll lower the eyes and found Thompson. Yeah, they're just queuing up here, the Lakers. If I'd have told you there'd be 25 goals kicked to the 9-minute mark of the final term, you wouldn't have thought the Lakers had kicked 23 of them. Shot on goal, just goes across the face and through for a minor score. So, double-figure points up for the Lakers. Very efficient, 23-10 if you don't mind. Melton South 2-6. So it'll be Lee to bring the ball back into play. Right foot kick beyond the defensive 50. Chance here for Zampatti doing some ground ball work. Found O'Keefe, who's been in everything in this final term. And the kick was good. And found McKimmie. So McKimmie. Well, it's no gimme from here, with despite the tricky breeze. Distance won't be a problem if those pastel blue boots will work out. Bailey McKimmie to the side today. Chance to extend on the 130-point lead of the Lakers. Kicks on its way.
And that's a
Goal
goal.
umpire does not move. From pastel boots to a pastel green jacket, they combine. McKimmie and the goal umpire. And he gets his first and adds to the host of goal kickers on the Lakers front here this afternoon. Bailey Thompson 4. Jada Wright has 4. 3 to Felix Fogarty. 2 each to Timmy Collins, Will Clark, Johnny Jarrett, Ethan Preston. And 1 each to Nathan Pring, Angus Gove, Ty Palmer, Cooper James, and Bailey McKimmie. They want to have a word with those blokes who haven't kicked a goal, Heath.
Yeah, well, it's been a bit of one of those days where nearly everyone's kicked a goal. So
Sam Paddy, look at him. He's still reaching and, doing his best. Even when he's just lying on the ground, he's like another mid, really, isn't he?
yeah, he is. He's very mobile for his size. Like, I've been very impressed with him, and I think he's got all the attributes to be a really good player.
Well, his forward gain tap only went as far as Donaldson, who went onto the left boot. Opportunity there for Shilber. Got towards the top of the goal square. They've got numbers here, the Lakers, and they'll rush it through for a behind. Couldn't get enough surety by hand, so Hayes was happy to concede. Ball comes back into play. Turnover opportunity. Fino caught one in the back. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Roush. High up and under kick to the goal square. Plenty on the kick. It might have bent back and went through, did it?
Out of bounds, I think, Toddy.
An anticlimax there. Didn't all those posts look the same height in these binoculars?
We can hardly see them, Todd, so that's half the problem.
Yeah.
She's fairly dark.
Boundary throw in, but another opportunity beckons here for the Panthers, albeit a rarity for the afternoon. But they're not giving an inch, and Sam Paddy applying the pressure in the last line. Still pushing back to do the ruck duties. Chance here for Donaldson out of the congestion. Pritchard, something out of nothing. Behind.
Hit the post. That sums up the day.
Yeah, that's right. And a few touch, couple of posters and a few smothers. 2-8. That's what that equates to in the end, really. So they've just got an overlap here. They've just got to be sure by foot, the Lakers. So Kenny goes along the line to Fogarty. He too's a mobile tool. I like him. Let him down a bit. Presenting there was McKimmie. Couldn't take the mark. Had a bit of it. Roush. Good pressure there from McKimmie on Roush. The Lakers loyal and faithful who have started before the doors have opened at the ball. They got a head start on these 22 players representing the Lakers colours this afternoon. Now Wyatt, whilst is out of that congestion, did well. Quick hands to Fino. This is more direct. This is better. And Morrissey's taken a mark on the chest. He'll go back and have a shot on goal. But, Pritchard waiting on his own in the goal square. But Morrissey will go back. He should fancy himself from here and thread this through. Well, he'd want to, or be off the Christmas card list at the Pritchards.
Oh, well, it is what it is, mate. You take the option as it comes.
I'll back him. Kicks on its way. It's bending back, but no, not far enough. Oh, and then the limp. Oh, you got to love the limp away from that. Yes, that's a classic. Ball comes back into play, and the kick's, again, efficient. Hits the target and was duly received. Oh, Zad Paddy, he's the only one that could have kept that ball in the field of play, that errant Kenny kick. Went off the hands of the big man who's been in the Lakers' best today too. Heath, I know they've
definitely
had a host of them.
Yeah, definitely been really impressed with his game.
Well, he grabbed that out of the ruck and just handed it down there to Foster. Look away hand pass there from Hellier was meant for Jarrett. Coughed it up, Fino. Hurry kick to the danger spot. Here's a chance here for the Panthers. Oh, Morrissey got one hand on it. Needed a couple. And there'll be a turnover and they'll run through half-back. They'll combine by hand. Anderson been pretty good in the second half despite giving away a couple of frees. I've liked his game. Right foot kick towards Preston. Got a terrible bounce. Lee got a good one. But here come the reinforcements. Oh, the kick meant for Kabarik. Overcooked it. Thompson ran into a brick wall in Lee. His follow-up work was good. A square away, a stoppage, and a ball up 40 metres out from the Lakers goal.
It's just really hard when you've got no rotations and things like that. I totally understand the Melton South guys are tired, but if you look there when Lake Wendouree went forward, every single Lake Wendouree forward was goal side of their direct opponent.
Right, went by hand to McKimmie. Can he kick back-to-back goals? He can. It becomes another multiple goal scorer for the Lakers this afternoon. Winding the clock back all the way, well, because they were very impressive team at one stage, Lake Wendouree, weren't they? They
Absolutely.
When was that? Mid-teens?
Yeah, the mid-teens under. I'm pretty sure they played a grand final under Gavin Webb during the mid-teens. So they've certainly had a good array of players over the journey, and yeah, that today. Look, obviously they're a very young side, and the opposition hasn't been up to the mark today, but. Be really pleasing for them to see some of the guys that have actually got their hands on the footy.
We'll give that tap to Roush. Fino, he's had a bit of it in the second half. He gathers and goes with the right foot kick, and the kick's okay. Found Ryan. The sun starts to have an impact, albeit on the cars, validating this country footy.
And that was good from Fino. Like, he lowered his eyes and hit up a target, and also had a target to hit. Like, he had someone leading up at him, which makes it easier for the ball carrier if he's got someone to kick the ball to.
So the kick's on its way from Ryan. And it's off to the right and through for another behind. Their 10th of the afternoon. That's one thing they've matched the Lakers in behinds. 2-10, Melton South, Lakers 26-10. Sam Paddy again. He's got to be in the umpire's consideration today. Right foot kick in the Pring direction. White should have marked that. Pring was half his size. But then Pring just threw the ball out. Hopefully there was going to be numbers there. Kenny might have got into the back of his opponent. Umpire wasn't sure whether to do the push in the back signal or the holding the ball, but he went with the one in the middle. So a ball up. True centre wing broadcast side. We're happy the ball's over this half. Chance here for Foster. Quick hands were good. Got it over towards Anderson again. He sent the ball into attack. Thompson wanted the one-hander. Couldn't pull it down. They want to need to be quick here, these Panther defenders, because Thompson's all over it again.
But there's a perfect example. Like, if Lake Wendouree were in that situation where Hobson Allen was in, he would have handballed the ball straight away to Collins. Didn't happen. Didn't look at it. Didn't take the option. Then all of a sudden we've caused the ball up.
Right, use of the body was okay on Clark. He'll get onto his preferred left. Short kick was okay. Chance for Jared here. He can run into an open goal. He'll make no mistake from there. Yeah, they've run out of juice in the car horns here as well, the Lakers. There's another goal on the board, number 27, if you don't mind. Goal number 5 for the term, and Jared gets goal number 3. Don't worry about the car horns. I've nearly run out of ink. But where to for the Lakers? Let's just have a little sneaky peek who they got next week. They could trouble a couple, these Lakers. I tell you, they've impressed. Oh, that'd be right. They got the bye next week. Here goes O'Connell. Just when they're up and about.
Yeah, nothing worse than that.
It'd be nice to take some confidence into a round 10.
Correct.
Throw up the stumps game against Redan or Ballarat or Bacchus Marsh.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, absolutely, and I couldn't agree more, Todd. So they got Darley after the bye, the week after the bye, and then they play... So that would be a tough one for them. Then they play the Marsh. Well, you know, that's not at round 12 against the Marsh, down at Bacchus, but round 12 against the Marsh isn't out of the equation.
Well, here they go again. Wright was the target that went over his head. His follow-up work was good. He's starting to work into some good fitness too, Wright, after that layoff of the ankle injury. Did well not to infringe there.
He's a big lump of a bloke too, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Like, you look at the size of him, he's strong. Like, got a few pitches on the arms, and but he's a strong-looking unit.
Chance here for Welsh. Spent it before he got it. Jarrett been elusive today. Oh, and then didn't let me down, but the kick did. Smothered there by Kabarik, who's a trier. He really does give his all, Kabarik.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he tries, and, you know, he gets a job in the back pocket every week. And when you're playing in the back line on this side at the moment, you're under a fair bit of pressure.
Boundary throw in. Lakers lead by 150. Tap one by Zampati to Foster, who's had double-figure handballs. But he's not alone, as Collins Hand pass found Canny, who went forward. Kick back out of defence. Found Donaldson forward. Panthers, you're gone. Clark's got him. Just came out of the night. Snowy hair just blended into that bit of sunlight there, and Donaldson didn't see him. Like a thief in the night, it's Clark with ball in hand. Have a shot on goal here and goes short to Pring. On 50 paid by the non-adjudicating umpire. Now, mate down there in the goal square, he's just ensured that Pring will get goal number 2, and the Lakers will get goal number 28. That's their 6th goal, their 6th unanswered of the term. They've kicked 15 goals, 2 in a demolition job in this second half. Pring's got 2 himself.
Yeah, so Lake Wendouree got the bye. They got the bye, then Darley. So Darley's obviously going to be a tough one. Then they got the Bacchus, and then they got Sebas. So there's probably a couple there in the next month that they may fancy their chances in. So Sebas sort of haven't hit their best form, obviously, and Bacchus look like they're getting a touch up today against Melton. So, but Melton obviously are a very good side.
Roush out of the middle for the Panthers. Kept trying. Speaking of kept trying, Chapman just kept the ball in front of him. Got a couple to beat. Applied the pressure. Did enough. Bibby, strong. Fired the hand pass out. Here's a chance for Wild. Squaring kick. Grab's been taken. Played on. Went Fino. Should have made more of that. And Fino, sorry to be Pring, will do the mopping up. Searching hand pass. Meant for O'Keefe. Went over his head. Fell into the hands of O'Connell, who went with the right boot. And found McKimmie. Kicked a couple of goals in this final term. Short kick to Zampatti. Played on. Went by hand to O'Keefe, who kept running. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Thompson in front. Strong overhead. Wasted no time. From the boundary line. Squaring kick. Meant for Jared. Went over his head. Impacting the contest there was Wild. Could have been held up. I said no. Palmer's dribbling kick. Right got at the top of the goal square with strength. Kicks another goal. Goal number 5 for Wright. Well, I'll give you a chop out here, Heath, and we'll just go for a visit around the grounds here. Just divert the attention momentarily. Melton, 104, lead Bacchus Marsh 36. North Ballarat, 87, lead Ballarat 25. East Point, 138, lead Redan 25. So some big results in the Ballarat Football League action this afternoon. Back at the restart, 22 and a half minutes gone. Bibby kept trying. Quick hands. Got it to Wyatt, who's had a few possessions in the second half. Who got it to Wild. Right foot kick out wide. Meant for Fino. Presenting there was Donaldson. He gathered and conceded by hand. Theo ended up with it. He gave it to Lee. Donaldson's bend. Tired. Was good though. Fired the hand pass out to Fino. He's had a good second half. Right foot kick in the Morrissey direction's been cut off there by Hillier. Do they just make hard work for themselves, even in the times that they do have the outnumber? They go with the switch. Ryan nearly had it stolen away from him. That was good play there by Olser.
Yeah, Morrissey needs to hit up at the ball carrier then. Like the fact that his man got in front of him just doesn't mean he's leading hard enough at who's got the footy.
Ball up, Zampatti. And Shilder contest. Shilder just grabbed it out of the ruck and smashed it straight through the points. So they're 11th of the afternoon. 2:11:23. Just 4 points shy of their game average this afternoon. And it would have nearly been chips in. They'd surpassed that this afternoon, Heath. With all respect to the Lakers, they just hadn't won a game coming in.
Yeah, look, you know, when both sides haven't won a game, to only kick 23 points is really disappointing day, and I think everyone at Melton South will agree with that. So the injuries are a really unfortunate byproduct of what's occurred today, but the result was pretty much done and dusted prior to the injuries.
Well, Collins and Palmer combined. Right foot kick. It's been cut off there by Kavarik, who we gave a rap to moments ago. So he had 2 targets there. Lucky he got the second one because the third one would have been O'Keefe. It would have been a turnover. So the right foot kick from Wild goes out in the Chapman direction. Call it even. Pring couldn't get a hand on it either. Good commitment on the footy from both players. It was Gove and Fino I speak of. Fino might have got a poke in the eye. Anderson went back to Hellier. Covered the ground and went with the right boot. Getting behind the play. There was a big fella there in Hobbs and Allen. He went short to Wild. He can just chip it over the top of the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full. So Anderson send the ball in the right direction. He was pushed off the footy there by Welsh. Wild gathered, tackled, taken to the ground by O'Keefe. And there'll be a ball up 45 metres out from the Lakers goal. Some tired players out there, primarily in the navy blue and white, because the Lakers have had numbers. They've been able to share the load. Thompson! Got it! Goal number 5 for Bailey Thompson. So what Wright can do, Thompson can match 5 apiece, game high contributions on the scoreboard, 5 apiece.
Gets no easier for Melton South. Darley next week, North Ballarat the week after before their bye. So, yeah, they're in for a tough couple of weeks. So Lakers, unfortunately for Lakers having a bye next week, I'm sure they'd actually really, as you said earlier, really like to play after a performance like today. But and then the tough game against Darley. But then Bacchus and Sebas are certainly winnable games for them.
12 contributors on the goal front this afternoon make up the Lakers' 30 goals on the scoreboard, 5 apiece to Thompson and Wright. James with the hurried kick out of the middle was smothered. Riley Roush just throws the ball onto the boot, tumbling one at that towards half forward. And they just usher the ball away. Anderson again with the old 1-2 from Clark. Clark got it back from O'Connell, who want to get onto his preferred left side. Lowered the eyes and sent it in the right direction. He's covered some ground today, right? Been good. Well, that was a poor kick, but luck's a fortune. Found in the hands of James, who got it to O'Connell. Right foot boot. Thompson just misread the flight of the footy. Welsh tackled. Umpires picked out a free kick here. Go to Welsh. He'll bring it out broadcast side to Wild. 27 minutes gone, final term. Wild goes beyond centre wing. They got numbers here. That was clever by Hellier to knock it to the advantage of Anderson. He's been good. Got it to Zampatti. Further afield to Pring. Should have went over the top to Kenny, but he lowered the eyes and got it to Clark. Kenny can keep going here and get it back, and he will. He'll run to 40. Shot on goal!
It's a goal.
Goal! What was that?
Well, I think he's going to be a goal. I'm not quite sure why the central umpire's going up there, because he can't physically overrule that. Because the goal umpire's clearly said it's a goal, so I'm not sure what that was all about, to be honest.
A bit of charades there from the goal umpire.
Well, the goal umpire was pretty confident. I think it was the central umpire that came down to sort of question his decision. But he was 60 metres away from where the actual event happened, so I'm not sure how he could overrule the goal ump.
So Kenny becomes the 13th goal scorer of the afternoon. The Lakers 31-10, 196. Still time for the 200. They've kicked 18 goals, 2 in the second half, if you don't mind. Chapman went by hand, got it to Bibby, bouncing ball forward. Keeping in front of him there well was Hayes. Fired the hand pass out to Ryan. Pressure was good from Fino. O'Connell hasn't stopped running all day. Got it to Pring. Over to the top towards Ryan. Centre wing out of side. Left foot kick inside 50. Good spoil on the footy there from Lee. Grand ball opportunity for the big fella in Collins. Tackled there by Kenny. Taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up 30 metres out from the Lakers goal.
They certainly haven't put their foot off the pedal, the Lakers, either.
No.
There's been no mercy. It's just we're going to keep trying to kick goals.
Ball up. Ground level ball. Roush couldn't gather. Second time he did though. Conceded by hand. Towards Hobbs and Allen. And Collins will hand pass it through, albeit under pressure. That's all fine. Rush behind. So it'll be White who brings the ball back into play, and the kick was okay. And found Kavarik. He'll just chip it over the top to Lee. So Lee with ball in hand, bereft of opportunity. Forward of the ball, with option rather. Goes along the line. Outstretched hands of Shilber couldn't take the mark. Pring gathered. went to Ryan and went backwards over the door for Donaldson on his left boot. Look out! Pritchard! Just to cap off, just a horrible day.
That sums it up.
Fair dinkum. They've blown the candles out on the Panthers' birthday a day before the big day. And Pritchard was on the end of that. And the siren's gone while the ball was in mid-air. That was just a rort. Well, they reckon it's only a rort if you're not involved. But congratulations to the Lakers. They almost brought up the 200. 31 goals, 11, 197. Have defeated Melton South 211-23. Bailey Thompson and J.D. Wright got it done on the goal front ahead of 11 other contributors. They kick 5 each. 3 to Fogarty, 2 to Pring, 2 to Collins, 2 to Clark, 2 to Preston. Johnny Jarrett also kicked 3 and 2 to McKimmie, both in that last quarter. And 1 each to Canning, Gove, Palmer and James. Gee, would have been a nice little consolation prize for Lockie Pritchard in that last passage of play.
Would have been a nice consolation prize for his mother and father as well. But anyway, that's the way it goes, Toddy.
Well, this day just belonged to the Lakers, really, from the opening bounce to the final whistle, really.
Yeah, they deserve it. They played really well. They used the ball well. We said it right from the start. Their ability to actually hit up the free man, to run both ways. Look, there's plenty of positives out of that, and you did say that other coaches had mentioned that the Lakers, whilst they hadn't won a game, had been competitive in a fair few of them. So you can see that there's a method to what they want to do. They're going about it, and I've got no doubt there'll be a couple more wins along the way this season.
Yeah, a couple of Lakers supporters just enjoying that moment with the scoreboard, because they haven't seen one side of the fair like that for some time here at CE Brown. A terrific effort. They played like a top 6 side.
Yeah, they played good. They played really good footy. So look, as good as they played, as disappointed Melton South will be with the day. So it's I don't know whether it's back to the drawing board, because the drawing board's been getting drawn on for quite a period of time now for South. And look, I think the only the injuries are obviously a disappointment when you look at the injuries to blokes that are really experienced players. Gartlett didn't play at all in the second half, injured. Phillips lasted about 5 minutes in the game before he broke his thumb. And then having injured players on the ground is never a good look. And there was obviously a number of to have injured players on the ground. You've lost more than 4. You've obviously lost more than 4 injured as it is. So yeah, it wasn't a great day for South, and it's sort of, I suppose, it's just more of what's been occurring, unfortunately. So Trav's got his work cut out. Darley next week, North Ballarat the week after. So it's not getting any easier. Yeah,
you'd anticipate no Phillips and no Garlett next week.
Oh, too. Definitely not. You wouldn't think so. Phillips got a broken thumb. He's not playing for 6 to 8 weeks. There's Premi's still a little while off.
Yeah, young Pritchard will be touch and go during the week.
You would have thought so, yep. So he's certainly ginger. And whilst he's not in the class of those other blokes that we're mentioning, he's a guy that's played all year.
And Gamble, who came into the side, he went off with it with a hamstring, so he was unsighted.
Jesse Geddes wasn't sighted after halfway through the second quarter. Reece Lee, I know, was playing injured. He hurt himself in the second quarter, so he was sore and hurt. So, as good a day as it was for Lakers is as bad as the day it was for Melton South.
Yeah, and kudos to the Lakers. They had plenty of contributors, 22 of them, in fact, and 13 of them hit the scoreboard. Bailey Thompson, J.D. Wright with a game-high 5 goals. But I was impressed with quite a few. Ryan was good, just the number order. Foster had plenty by hand. O'Connell was damaging. Collins, Gove especially early. Collins probably had the measure of Gove in on the possession front the further the game went. But Wright was clearly a focal point forward.
Absolutely.
Fogarty provided another option in the event of Wright being accounted for.
Zampatti in the ruck.
Zampatti, terrific. So
list goes on. So, good luck getting the best 6 out of the Lake Wendouree lot today, because you could quite easily put 13 or 14 in. Plenty of them got the footy and found the footy, which will be pleasing for Lake Wendouree. And having been in this position myself, where wins are hard to come by, when you do get one, you want to enjoy it, because and what was pleasing was the way it was done. It was a comprehensive win and thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, they'll have a ball tonight, timely at their mid-year ball, that's for sure. 80s theme. They'll enjoy it and they'll wind back the clock, and they certainly want to wind back the scoreboard because it's been as convincing as I've ever seen the Lakers. But the Melton South Burn on their own having a tough afternoon. Melton 118, Bacchus Marsh 42, North Ballarat 107, Ballarat 25, East Point 138, Redan 25, and Redan 88, Sebastopol 29. So just those results on face value. With Sebastopol 14 shots on goal against Sunbury, they've probably had the pick and got beat by 50 points. But anyway, it's not getting any warmer here, guys. You've probably had enough of us. Heath, thank you very much for your comments
good on you, Toddy.
throughout the afternoon. We've enjoyed the game. While it was clearly one-sided, there was plenty of upward side for the hosts, the Lakers, this afternoon, and they'll deserve their good time out of the ball tonight. So on behalf of the crew here at CE Brown Reserve, we bid you all a good afternoon. Get home safe.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets and Spicy Shaker Fries are back. Things just got feisty.